Hello, everybody. Still getting set up currently.
Whatever characters.
Hello, hello.
Well, there's the other
Yeah.
one.
Indeed.
Hello.
So she legitimately asked you to draw one of her characters.
Yeah, because I said I was doing commissions at the time for like 3 commissions, and then she was like, "Hey, I heard you do commissions." I'm like, yeah, sure. You want something?" And then I drew like two of her characters in one picture. I was in her servers before then, but I never like interacted with anybody.
Mm.
That's
So,
basically how we first talked to each other, and then I once was in a call in one of the servers, and then she joined in and was like, yeah.
so basically,
And
you
then I
and
got
her.
invited to the voice acting server too from that one
Mm. Yeah, so basically, you and
because I
her
showed
quickly
her.
connect.
It was very interesting in how it happened. This was just literally like randomly. She just like contacted me one day when I was like, I don't know, waiting on the bus or something.
Yeah. I mean, no, honestly, that's pretty much how many people in particular, when I go ahead and see potential in them and I try to snipe them, they just think, like, I coming out of nowhere saying, "Hey, you want to join this?" Okay, great. I'm going to invite you now.
The reason I joined the voice acting server is because they said you can role play. Can you do like any character voices? And like I said, I can kind of do Ratchets, and I gave a Ratchet example, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to join this?" Like, okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
originally, in the original voice acting server, I actually did nothing until the new one came out. Is
Mm.
when I actually started doing voices, and it wasn't even Ratchet. It was one of the characters I took. It was Tarn.
Hmm.
The side characters, I gotta love them.
Tarn is not exactly a side character. Well, Ratchet definitely is.
Mm. Either way,
Yeah, that's basically how that happened. And then I've been helping her out with servers and stuff ever since then.
that's definitely amazing in particular because, like I said, I mean, people in particular, they think it's like out of sudden and out of nowhere, and it's like, no, we kind of did a little bit of research upon you. We're kind of stalkers on you. But yeah, perspectives. It's a funny thing.
Yeah. I think it was just because I was in the server and I did nothing in it. I submitted one character and I was kind of like, okay, use them once, never do anything again.
Mm.
That's literally what happened. I using my OC space, and the only thing I did in that server was walks into bar and nothing else afterwards.
Sometimes that's all you need to do is just walk into the bar and be there. That's all.
You know what they always say? There are no small parts, just small. What's the saying? Small parts. There's no such thing as small parts, just small actors.
Oh
Yeah.
my. I want to say small
I
actors.
just
I
find
mean,
it funny. I just find it very funny because I literally that's the only thing I did in that entire server. Even though the actual server it went away for a while because nobody did anything.
Huh.
And then I was in the other server, which was Darkness, which is when she actually reached out to me. Was in Darkness days. And then something happened in Darkness that I wasn't there for a while, so we brought back the. Eventually, we brought back the IDW server, and I made sure Space did more than just walk into a bar. And even then, he still doesn't do much in that server.
since the plans, guys, he's going to fiddle with his. He's going to go ahead and fiddle a bit on making a wooden toy.
Yeah. So what if this was like a D&D campaign? Rolls dice, gets a 2. Dungeon Master says, you walk into a bar and sit down at a table, and nothing else happens.
Basically. That's how that started. That was the first time I roleplayed one of his servers. I just went, that. That was it.
Oh my.
I did nothing else after that. In that one server when it was at first in its peak, and then when it came back, I started going like, maybe I should do more.
Oh my.
Just
Yeah. Instead of walking into the bar and do nothing, just go ahead and whittle.
Oh, he still walks into the bars.
Like
That
I
hasn't
said, he walks
changed.
into the bar and then he whittles.
Yeah, that's the entire description of your character. He walks into a bar and he crafts minifigures, and there's nothing else on the description. No fighting style, no combat preference, no weaknesses, no strengths, just walks into a bar. If you need a character who walks into a bar, this is your guy right here.
He's good with handling wood as well.
Oh yeah, that'll be highlighted on
with
his
fire.
character.
He's very good with fire.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Copper, how you
So,
been?
yeah, if you want to-
I've been well. How you been, Ark?
Oh, not too bad in particular. Apparently, I got at least about 5, 6, 7, 8, 3 more hours before I need to go ahead and do a live recording, so.
Perfect. You can hang out with us in the meantime.
Happy go lucky!
Yes. Anyways, I'll go ahead and do the intro. Hello and welcome all to the Omega Republic's Goodbye to 2023 stream. We will be going as long as we can or until I pass out, whichever one comes first. Today
How
we're
about
going
you
to just be...
passing out?
What's that?
How about you passing out?
I don't know. I mean, it's half of my life I have not stayed up for New Year's, mainly because I had nothing to really keep me up for this long. So, I mean, now that I have a reason to stay up, maybe I'll stay up. Maybe my mind will be so distracted by what's going on in the stream that I won't even think about going to sleep. Because I'm old. When you get old, you get less interested in staying up.
Sleep is the dominating factor when you get old.
Yes. Which is weird because...
I will pass.
Go ahead.
I do have a message to pass from my sister. She says, bye, bitches.
Yeah, I can see her saying that. Because, she's doing her own thing on her own server.
I know. I'll rejoin it in a second, but I wouldn't
Right.
love
Well, I'm just glad you're
Such a
happy.
stream.
because this is like your quick living stream.
Yeah. But, what's weird is statistics say that the older you get, the less sleep you actually need. It's weird. Because it seems like the older I get, the more sleep I need. And I've gotten to the point where I start taking, like on the days that I have off, I take naps midday. Just to have enough energy to get through the rest of the day. And I never took naps. Once I hit...
Well,
go ahead.
This is where my policy goes. For every hour of rest you get, you can be able to go ahead and make 2 hours of activity. It's that 1-2 rule right there.
Because you never know what the next day holds.
I'm gonna delete that sound. I swear. I don't know. Until I get some better sounds on that soundboard, I'm kind of on the fence to even keep that one.
Oh,
I don't know. What does Ark think of it?
I actually
What does
can't
Ark
believe
think of it?
I can't believe if you guys actually kept it for that long in particular, because what the hell? You guys are like idolizing my ass.
Well, the thing is, you're never around, so we got to hear your voice every now and then just to know that you existed at some point.
Fair enough. I mean, gotta go ahead and keep the subjects in check some way.
Uh-huh. That's hilarious. You're funny. You're a funny guy.
Those are my own server.
My.
But yeah, getting down into it. I mean, thinking about this past year. you know, it's weird to think of where the Omega Republic was at the beginning of this year and where we are now. We didn't really have much
I came
of a.
along and messed everything up.
Oh yeah, you came along kind of. What was it? You didn't really get here until what, like July, I think.
After the Unrailed stream from the one with
Yeah,
Seth.
yeah, that was somewhere in that area.
Oh shoot.
I joined the stream, but I didn't actually start playing with until like after I think it was like the Spooky Buddies.
Yeah.
Like when
So-
we went over all like the ghost Pokemon and stuff.
Oh yeah. That was earlier on in the year. Or no, that was back in August, October.
You will never forget Drifloon. You will never forget Drifloon. man.
No, I will not. Thank you so much for reminding me of that. I felt like I had that pushed into the back of my mind, and you just revised it once again. It went from being a cold memory to now a lukewarm memory. Thank you so much. But
You're never gonna forget the Ghost Balloon.
no, never.
Oh, with the Pokemon? Oh.
Yeah, the one that is kind of like the stereotypical Catholic priest, except far scarier.
I mean,
Yes.
there's a couple.
I-
There's one that's like there's one like a Chandelier in particular, which is like a ghost Pokemon, I guess. Go ahead and say. And there is the
Oh, we
other
didn't go
one-
over that one, but
Yeah, and then the balloon one that kidnaps children as well. Pokemon
There's a lot of
definitely
Pokemon
has
that
a
seem to do
dark
that.
story. It does.
rated E for everyone, and people try to say it's for kids.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's rated E for E10. Everyone 10 years and up.
So that means if you're below 10, you can't play this.
You really, well, you probably wouldn't even understand the background of some of these Pokemons, unless, of course, you actually dig into it. But, yeah, for safety reasons, they suggest nobody under 10 should not play that.
Uh-huh.
There's a friend of mine that is a huge Pokemon nut, and he has told me things about certain Pokemon that I'm never going to forget. Especially with Vaporeon.
Oh, we are not going
No.
with that.
Exactly.
I mean, I've got the stream set for people knowing that, for anybody watching this, there will be, maybe some adult situations, some talk about violence, and, well, there may be a few swear words here and there. But let's have some restraint.
We're a PG-13 community.
Yeah.
No, we aren't. No, we aren't.
Well, let's be respectful of Lavender, who has joined us in the stream.
Yeah, we will.
Lavender has been patient enough with us to stick around for this long, so let's offer just a helping hoof and paw to. Lavender says, "No restraint, let it rain."
Oh my.
No, if you do that soul freaking Vaporeon copy pasta, I will kill you.
No. I am not putting that in this stream. I'm sorry. If you wanna watch it and listen to
Please
it,
don't.
you go to YouTube, you go to wherever you wanna watch that crap and be my guest, because it's not going in here.
It's the internet. You have free reign to do whatever, but you're not going to get it from here.
Yeah, no thanks. You know, changing the subject a little bit.
Please do.
We started off the year with like a few gaming streams here and there. We did a little bit of Stardew Valley. We did a little bit of Terraria, but mostly our focus was Sea of Thieves. With the time that Ark was still able to play Sea of Thieves with us.
More or less.
Yeah.
I heard cough.
Yeah.
I know.
And it wasn't really a set schedule. We played whatever we all had time to do so. And this was back in season 9, I believe. Oh, no, season 8. Actually. Yeah, the Sea of Thieves has seasons. We're in season 10 right now. But, yeah, we was
also,
actually...
I noticed how you put Green Reaper's profile picture on the fridge.
I don't have yours, so I kind of had to improvise. Also, Cosmic was here, but he kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll remove it here in a little bit, but I'm not too worried about that. But, yeah, we did Stardew Valley, Terraria, Sea of Thieves. Yeah.
What? The thing I have as a profile picture in the server? If you really want to.
I'm not too...
It, though.
Well, I mean, you said so yourself, you're not going to be here that long.
No, I'm not.
So,
well, who knows? I might be for a good portion of the stream because they're just watching videos right now of Markiplier.
Right. Well, anyways, for those of you watching, the Green Reaper icon represents Green Reaper's brother right now. So just, don't think that we actually have Green Reaper with us, but we have the next best thing.
You're second class. Congratulations.
Whatever.
Yeah.
She did come first, so that's fine.
Well,
I need to get out of the Christmas attire with this one because it's still selling that.
Right. But with the year, yes, well, with this year, anyways, we tried something different, which was the Staff Ask Staff videos. That was kind of the big thing that wasn't gaming that I tried to bring on board. And it kind of worked out, mainly for those of you watching who aren't familiar with it yet, the Staff Ask Staff videos was pretty much where the staff members with the staff role in the Omega Republic Discord, we would have one person selected, and then all of the other staff members would submit questions. Then we put them on this Google-based roulette wheel, which actually you can see on the stream right now. It was a brief image there.
It's not there at the moment.
Well, no, but my voice and the picture should line up. But anyways, but we put them on there, we spin the wheel, and whoever landed on, we would ask that question as we'd go. Just kind of keep it randomized so nobody would, so it wouldn't have to be put in any kind of specific order. We did a few of the staff members. We did Ark, we did Cosmic, we did Soul, we did Tiberius, and we even did Morgan. Unfortunately, as time went on, fewer questions were getting asked, and then we were to the point where I didn't have enough to do any more videos. So, unfortunately, that series, like most others, died out.
It got kicked to the can into the abyss of whatever.
Yeah.
I had a point and I lost it immediately when I was speaking.
Yeah. But at any point, if you are interested, there should be a playlist saved on our channel that you can check it out. Remember, at any point, Ark, Cosmic, Soul, Morgan, and Tiberius are all on that list. And I do thank them all for participating in that and making that quite enjoyable and fun.
Didn't you say that there was going to be a Q&A that you were going to do with a few members eventually?
Yeah, we're not quite to that point yet. We still need a couple more subscribers in order to make it. So that is still on hold.
Okay. But when that time comes, let me know.
Oh, of course. There will be an announcement. We will send out an announcement on our YouTube page and our less used Twitter for submissions of questions. And what I would like us to do is give everyone at least, a week to submit their questions before we go forward with the video, which will be live streamed.
Actually, that's one of the things in particular that I've been wondering about is the Blue Jay, or it's a different type of server in particular. They want to go ahead and separate from Twitter because, of course, Elon Musk taking over, but they're the original people.
Oh, you mean Blue Sky?
Yeah.
You said
that's
Blue
it.
Jay.
Blue Sky,
This
Blue
is the-
Jay, Blue
my
what the
God.
fuck? Yeah.
I believe Delta had connections with it, and I think he actually sent out like gift invites for a few people that wanted them. I haven't really messed with it. I barely mess with the Twitter, so don't. You got anybody watching can subscribe to our Twitter, but you're not going to see a lot of action there. Mostly, all of our announcements are done through our Discord server and through YouTube.
I will not look at that Twitter then.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, Nuki.
Hello.
Oh, and Nuki has joined us.
I'm all by myself.
Sounds like a you problem.
No, because you're here.
Wow.
No. No, you're here. So you're now my problem. So
Hey! You can't find loopholes. You're not allowed to do that. Only that's my job.
Technicalities.
Uh-huh.
I'm Nuki. I go through any type of hole.
Oh, sweet one.
Oh, what the?
I go through trash can holes. I go through dirt holes. I go through DJ's dirt hole. Don't ask.
The
I wouldn't even
implications.
ask myself.
Stop.
I go through golden
And you-
circles.
Oh my.
Rings?
Okay.
Oh
What?
dear.
What? Y'all have a dirty mind, I swear.
No, I'm not the one. That would be Mr. Space over here.
Oh, wait.
I said
Space.
rings is the last one.
Yeah, golden rings, aka Sonic. Haha.
My
Sonic
goodness.
rings. That was a dirty thing. That's the thing he collects.
I'm trying not to be dirty. And I can't help it.
Not
I
doing a
can't help
very
it.
good job.
Yeah, I
I'm
can't help it
staring at
because
my
you're here.
Warhammer figure.
Because I'm here, I'm sorry if that's a you problem, like I said. My
Alright,
first-
that's it. That's it. I'm sticking a pill up your nose.
Ew.
Wait, though. Any kind of outside openings in medical terms, you call that an orifice.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
But anyways, hello, Nuki.
Yes.
Hello. I like this person. Who is this person? Who is Green Reaper?
Well, Green Reaper's brother.
I'm
Uh,
either Outlier Rocks or Space. Either one I go by. I also sometimes go by Zero.
I'm gonna
And-
call you Space.
Alright.
Space sounds more you.
Like
Yeah.
Space Cadet.
No,
Hey.
like the
And
galaxy
actually,
space.
originally my name is just a freaking typo. In all of its glory. It used to be Space Black Ops, is what I meant to do. And it became Blackout.
Oh, really?
Bruh. Okay, I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
And after that, it's just like, you know what? I've kept it. I'm just like, you know what? This is it now.
It's great. I love
Just
it.
never
It fits you.
Oh my goodness. How do you know? You just barely even met them within the last minute.
Just shut up.
It's telling by I don't know anything, just my profile picture, I guess, and
Hmm.
my name. I guess is just how she.
Yeah,
tells.
it's hot. I like the boobs.
Oh, Sima.
Oh my god, you and my friend both
Just kidding.
went at the drawing. Literally, I showed it to my friend. And he's like, "Why does she look like that?" And I'm like, "Why are you looking there specifically?"
In case any of you are wondering or watching the stream, he has his current Discord avatar is a picture of Roxy from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Nice.
Like a Christmas attire.
Yeah.
Ho ho
It's
ho.
Now,
It's adorable.
if any of you happen to click on this stream and are not subscribed to our or not in our Discord, you know, you can't really see the image. But if you're in our Discord, all you have to do is go over to his profile, and then you can see the picture yourself.
Nice.
So, I mean, if you're curious, you can join our Discord. All you gotta do is message us.
You're right.
I'll spam you. How about that? Do
I
you
mean,
take spam offers?
all spam offers. I mean, that's Ark's favorite.
Okay, wait. Let me go to the grocery store. Hold on.
Hold up. If you're going, go ahead and go
Dang
with
it,
that.
you had the
because
same thing
spam
I
in
was about to-
particular. Okay. That's gonna be a heart disease in the making right there.
Just about to go and literally in the general lounge post just pictures of spam.
Yes.
Yes, that's my plan. Okay, I'm sorry.
And pictures of robots holding spam.
Yes. No, I'm gonna take what's his name? I'm gonna take a very lewd image and I'm gonna put spam on it.
Okay.
It's the censorship right there. Spam.
There you go.
Boobs,
Yeah,
over the
over the-
genitals.
Yep, over the balls.
Kind of like how you see all these furry images with you know, furries eating very large sandwiches.
Hell
No,
yeah.
the heck, it's just like a very
Copper?
so why not?
Like a foot long? Is that what you're saying?
Upper? What?
They're like Subway sandwiches.
Yeah, footlongs. It's not sexy if it's a footlong.
This brings up your
Always eat fresh.
Wow. Okay, this brings up a lot more questions than I would have said originally with
Hey,
copper.
look,
But
dude,
all right, Nuki.
Listen. The fresh ones taste better. Just
Sweet
put it
Mongo.
right there.
Oh.
If it
Why did
if
I
it's
feel like open up
dirty-
a... Go ahead.
if it's sorry, if it's dirty and it's not clean, it's no good.
I mean, everyone likes a nice thick sandwich. You know, you want to make sure you have plenty
You're
of
not
meat,
helping?
plenty of cheese. You know, have some. Gotta have a good helping of vegetables on there.
Don't forget the mayonnaise.
No.
No?
Nah.
Oh, you mean the ranch dressing. Okay.
Yes, the ranch dressing. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Lavender, if you're still here,
What was the
I
point
admire
of the
your
stream
patience.
again?
I lost it after Nuki came. I'm sorry.
The point of
You
this.
get the bat. You both get the bat.
Yeah, see, okay, listen.
You copper
listen.
as well get the bat.
Hey, what do I
I
get
mean-
the bat for? I'm not. I'm just I'm just merely talking about,
Yeah.
you know,
Wait, what?
furries eating sandwiches.
Me too. Bruh. I'm innocent.
I mean, don't blame me. Blame Twitter. Blame Tumblr.
Yeah, blame Twitter.
Oh, you know, back in the good old days when we actually used to use Tumblr.
Oh, Tumblr.
Tumblr is just an image thing now.
Oh yeah.
It's like Reddit.
Ew, I don't ever use
Oh,
Reddit.
Tumblr's turning into Reddit.
Reddit is a
Oh my
Reddit
goodness.
is not a thing we talk about Just like now, we don't talk about Twitch either.
Twitch sucks. I'm sorry, Twitch sucks.
Yeah,
Twitch is
got
a hollow
worse.
shell of his former self.
pretty much.
It's now like
Twitch
Twitch
got
is the
worse
new,
somehow.
I ain't gonna lie, Twitch is the new Pornhub.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Especially now with new rules.
The
All right.
What? I just came in here. What? Are you leaving me?
I'm gonna have to. I'm sorry. I got another
you.
stream that I need to do. Okay.
I thought you were gonna
Fuck
hang
you.
around for a few hours.
Yeah.
You know. I
it's 'cause-
did for a bit. Okay, so
It's because
be
I'm here.
fortunate I even did that.
Well, we do appreciate having you here, Ark.
It's because I'm here, isn't it?
Hey, Ark, before you go, one last thing.
Oh, sweet. Is that
It's
from you or is that from Green?
Both.
Damn.
Okay. Okay.
So you guys
Okay.
know what the next stage
I'll
is.
hang out with you
Oh.
guys. I'm not like DJ. I don't give up.
I don't give. I just take.
Yeah.
Give a little, take a lot. There you go.
That's right, kids.
That's
if
right,
you
kids.
smoked weed, then you've got a square penis.
Oh gosh.
I do.
Mm,
And I am done here. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
and
I'll
that.
send you an image.
I do not want that image. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
I made him leave. Thank God. Just kidding.
Ladies and gentlefolks, that was DJ Ark, the owner and creator of the Omega Republic.
Damn. What am I?
Just as easy to make him lose his sanity as Copper.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah.
know I'm a master at doing that. You can ask him.
Yeah. Yep. This play. I mean,
There are certain games in Jackbox that you have banned me from playing because of it.
wait. Jackbox has become more of those like overly sweet dessert kind of types that you only can stand like every blue moon or 6 months. So I mean, it's something to be appreciated, but not overindulged.
I like to indulge
Oh,
it.
by the way, Lavender is like, this is too funny.
Yeah, I've seen that. Lavender, you have my respect for staying with us this long so far, and we've only been streaming for 30 minutes. So yeah,
And it's already turned to chaos.
yeah, no kidding. Oh dear. Well, this year has been
Horrible.
Well, I mean, as
Okay.
a whole, I can't really say it's been the worst year. I mean, that 2020 was a pretty bad year for me. Not just because of COVID, but
Oh, God,
For other
no.
reasons.
Don't
Agreed.
speak of 20.
Yeah.
Don't speak
It
of
was
20.
horrible.
That gave me freaking depression.
yeah.
I lost my pet that year.
Sorry to hear that.
It's okay. I'm getting a
It was
cat
a
now.
year of... It was a year of depression, is that what I call it?
Mhm.
Yes.
2021 wasn't...
Where the fuck
2022,
is?
a little bit. 2023 was a mixed bag. Honestly.
Yeah.
2023 was boring.
Well, 2023 was the year where we didn't get vaccines pushed down our throats. At least not around here, we didn't.
That's true.
I
man.
mean, 2020 was all about the panic and finding a way to fix it,
Terrible year, but it saved me from middle school.
right? 2021 was
Last
all about
year.
the vaccines. 2022 was kind of vaccine-ish, where we got these updates that you got to get, and then 2023 was like, you could take it, you don't have to take it. We don't care anymore. Just get back to work.
You guys are cool. Are you streaming right now?
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, on what?
YouTube. It's in the announcements page. I always put the link
Hello?
there.
Hello, YouTube fans.
I will make a custom. I'm going to make a custom thing that
Can
I
I
want
scare?
Copper to use.
Can I scare your
Around.
fans?
I mean, go ahead.
I know where they all live.
What? Oh heck!
Well
Okay,
done.
sorry.
You have terrified them all. I mean, Lavender is probably just, you know.
I know where Lavender lives too. No, wait. Lavender, subscribe to me.
Oh gosh.
Lavender just says
Okay,
hello.
Hit the subscribe button.
Anyone know how to say hit the subscribe button in Spanish?
Nope.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Button should
Get
glow.
your subscription done. It's limited offer only. Hurry up.
Have you heard of this new beautiful update? Whenever you tell someone to subscribe, that the button will now glow.
Yeah, you scared
Yeah.
Lavender.
Yeah, I know.
You
Wait.
killed him.
I know.
Earth,
It's okay.
you.
I'm sorry I sat on him, okay? My bad.
Oh gosh.
If you didn't continue, I would have said something, but you continued.
You're welcome.
Now, Nookie, you're
Thank
kind of the latest arrival to the Omega Republic. Heck, I don't even think you've been here a month yet. But
Yeah.
what
Did I do
is?
something wrong?
No.
Okay.
The fact that you scared off Ark, that you got a few gold stars for that one.
Yeah. I'll do it again. Okay.
But
You were saying?
yes. Anyways, the Omega Republic, of course, is the podcast group for furries and bronies. What was your first impression of us when you first joined?
Damn, everyone was hot and sexy, and I just want to go.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. No, it's great. I like it.
I came to
Oh,
bully.
look who joined.
Oh,
Oh,
my god,
God.
I want to bone you right now.
What
Okay,
is
done.
with the horny?
That's my sister.
I promise, I'm done. I swear.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
I came to initially bully Copper, but now I hear it's very horny in here, and I might just leave.
Goodbye.
Yes, you have joined at the worst time possible.
Done with
for
you
the Feel Bad
anyways.
Tuesday.
No, you're
Damn.
not.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow, rude.
I'm just kidding.
I know,
Everybody.
100% straight.
but I came to bully Copper. What you doing?
Hey,
Aw.
Ark already beat you to that. Ark already bullied me, so now you're gonna
I
bully me?
don't care. That's Ark.
Well,
Yeah, you get
Bully Art out.
I was sitting
Really
here
made
trying
Art
to
look good.
have an honest reflection of, the Omega Republic's greatest achievements of 2023, and,
Oh, my greatest achievement was the word that I created. That's my greatest.
Oh
achievement.
yeah.
Oh yeah, words.
And if anybody
Bring
is,
those words up, Copper.
it's in one of our Jackbox streams, and I can't remember which ones, which is a good thing. So-
Well, I'm not gonna pull up the stream, but I have the words saved.
Yeah, I know what the word is. It
We are the
involves,
devious siblings.
yes.
We are better together than alone.
Yeah, especially when it comes to Among Us. If ever there are two imposters, and lo and behold, there are times where you two actually get to be the imposters,
Oh yeah.
we get destroyed.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was probably the greatest team up ever.
It was the greatest thing. And all I had to do was send her signals to basically indicate what to do. It was very easy in how we did that. We make a good team.
Ah, yes, the word menstruation.
Oh.
Yeah.
Still
That
think
one.
that was one of my greatest achievements.
I don't even
I
remember
made
what.
my own word in one stream.
Oh, which
You
one?
don't even remember what.
What was the competing word for menstruation?
I
I don't
forgot.
I feel like there was a competing word, and I can't remember what it was, because that one was
Oh,
just like,
it was like, yeah, the competing word was like at the very beginning, but menstruation started getting fucking thrown up there before we even got halfway.
I believe I came up with the word that was competing with it, but I don't remember what it was.
but
No,
yeah,
it was Copper's word. It was a Copper word, I remember.
was it?
I think it
Remember
was.
the one game where I actually finally was able to beat the murder trivia?
Oh yeah, we had. There were several with us, several from your server, I think, Reaper, that joined us.
Oh no,
Billick was fun.
Reaper wasn't in that stream. Reaper wasn't in that stream.
Oh,
Yeah, I wasn't in that stream.
okay.
She was busy.
But there were a couple I know Jackbox streams that we did. The one I will never forget is kind of the clue related one where we actually had to draw like our murder weapon with our special letters hidden inside the weapon.
Yeah, that's the one I brought other people.
I think I lost that one.
I think we all lost it. I think Crystal was the one that won that one.
She won the first round. We did 2 rounds of it.
Yeah.
I remember.
I don't remember who the second one was.
Cards Against Humanity is the real ones that really get me.
Gosh. Yes, those were very intense.
Interesting.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
I feel like we're leaving Nookie out of the conversation right now.
Censor because I always have to censor myself on like a lot of things in a lot of Reaper servers.
But anyway, I came to say hi, maybe bully you a little bit before I go back to my live stream. Well, not live stream, but streaming for a New Year's tradition.
Right.
I'll join in a little bit, but I am gonna help them out here because it's just Hopper and Nuki at the moment.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Not that I don't appreciate it.
But anyway, in the words of Green Reaper as a character, fuck the old year. Let's hope the next one gives me more money and beer.
And in the words of Malcolm, my character, what are you high on right now?
Everything. Everything.
Love. I'm smoking love.
You sure that's not cocaine?
I'm pretty sure it's love. It's all pure and white and powdery. It must be love.
That's cocaine.
That's cocaine.
But it smells and tastes like love.
That's cocaine.
But my eyes are so red, like a heart on Valentine's, like love.
I could have done a quote with Roxy, but I think I'm gonna keep up with using my OCs for quotes and not cannons.
But anyway, I gotta hop back over because I only have one person waiting on me. So.
Go on.
Go do your thing. With the thing.
Copper. Stop! Don't eat any more. Don't eat any more dirt.
Don't eat any more plastic wrap. Don't eat any more plastic wrap.
No promises. I am not making that promise.
What?
What?
I am a horse. I will eat whatever I please. And, if I can chew it, I will eat it.
Another horse's tail.
You don't chew tails. You bite them and you yank on them until the other horse runs off or kicks you in the face. Whichever one comes first.
Or until you rip their tail off.
No, that never happens. At least not in a long time has it happened.
What do you mean in a long time? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean?
Nothing.
Are you admitting you killed someone?
I mean, I've murdered my sense of wonder before. I've
I
murdered
think
my.
I've done a pretty good job of that.
If I see any of you trying to pull Roxy kill, I swear.
Oh boy.
Actually, I think she'll just kick your ass first before I can.
Anyway, off I go. Whee!
Reaper just flew into space.
Oh,
Or
you flew into the abyss.
did they fly? Did they start flying into space and they just went down to the sewer drain? Kind of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Did this.
So long, Bowser.
Ha! It fits because you know. Hold, hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It fits because.
I'm gay.
No, I'll literally go to the top of the soundboard, and they're all free right there. How did it take you so long to find it?
I was on a different screen. I had to click over. Yeah, sorry. So, with this year coming to a close, we've gained a lot of people in the Omega Republic. We've had a lot of fun with different games and streams.
I
And
was one of the ones they gained.
what now?
I said I'm one of the ones you gained.
I wouldn't say gained, more like appropriated through Green Reaper. You never really did sign your official Mega Republic join up form. You just kind of drew an X on it.
I signed it technically.
I mean, Nookie isn't even really required to sign that form because you know they haven't been with us that long yet, so they have the choice to stay here and deal with our madness, or gently, you know, move to the side and run screaming in terror away from the rest of us.
I'll do a little bit of both.
Okay. I mean, if you choose to stay, I mean, there are perks to staying with us, but there's a lot of other things you need to be aware of too. Like, you know, you have to make sure to, you know, every once in a while wipe off the chairs, dust the corners, give Ark
Okay,
a sponge bath.
Let me put on my
You are
sweatsuit. Okay.
I mean,
I'll put on.
You also gotta brush all the Fursona's tails too.
I'll put on my sweatsuit. Hold on.
You gotta brush everybody's Fursona's hair and tails as well.
Yeah, I mean, except for Delta,
You
because
know what?
go ahead.
No, you go first. You go first.
Well, I mean, Delta isn't technically his hair is more synthetic because he is a kind of a synth protogen mix.
You know what helps with that?
What's that?
Conditioner. That white creamy stuff. Yeah, that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have to like work it in, or do you have to like you just
You gotta
lather
scrub
it?
it in.
Oh, scrub it in.
Yeah, you gotta scrub it in. You know. I'm a raccoon. I'm supposed to live in trash cans.
Ah, gotcha.
That's why you dig in the trash can.
Yes. Also, great food. Thank you very much.
What?
Right? You know what? I know a friend that you could probably have that also eats through the trash. Character that is from the same series as mine. Favorite gal right now.
Are you,
You and she would get along very well because she also likes to dig through the trash and eat it.
if it was a male, maybe, but female.
I mean, there's only 2 male. Well, there's 3, but we don't talk about the daycare attendant.
Damn.
Wow.
Because technically he's two people.
Gotcha. Hey, threesome. It
Or-
works both ways.
What?
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 They share the same body.
I'm naked right now. Shh.
No, wait, when you're talking about two people, are you talking like a split personality thing or what?
Kind of.
It's yeah, kind of a split personality. It's like because sun when the lights are on and then moon when the lights are off.
Oh, the Five Nights at Freddy's guy. Gotcha. The one who
Yeah.
says don't turn off the lights. Yeah, I've seen Markiplier streams. I'm familiar with the sun and moon guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn them off now.
I will never play the games, but I enjoy watching Markiplier play them.
I want to play Security
Markiplier is
Breach.
okay.
I wouldn't be able to beat it. I wouldn't be able to beat Security Breach
Mm-mm.
for reasons.
Why are your boobs massive? Like, holy fuck. Your boobs are massive.
Are you looking? Why does every?
The context here.
Like, god
Context
damn.
looking at the character.
And they're in my face, so like I can't look away. What's done is done.
Oh.
Are you staring her down like that?
I'm glad it's not a report card because if you had two D's like that, you'd probably fail.
I have two D's. I mean, what?
Oh, this is getting a bit too saucy for what I had planned tonight, so don't. Let's.
Oh, okay. You want
got
hot
Nuki
sauce?
in it, so
You want
you're
hot
dealing
sauce?
with the consequences because not only you think it's bad enough with just me and Reaper, but now you got Nuki in the
Yeah.
mix.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Hey.
one. Go ahead.
Can we all be friends? Or am I allowed to be friends with you guys?
I mean, friendship, yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyways. Yeah, but this. Our server is mainly for, like, furries and brony interaction. Lavender, you're not helping.
If you're not a furry and brony, you cannot join.
Well, actually, it's kind of.
I
It's one thing to be a furry and brony, but if you can accept, being around furries and bronies, you're also welcome. Like for the fact that Space here is mostly a Cybertronian.
All right, here. How about this? If you
except
can't
now
send
that the
me-
wolf girl is involved, I don't know anymore.
if you can't send me nudes, then you're not welcome. Yeah.
All right. Well, I failed
I'm the
that one then.
bodyguard now. I'm the bodyguard that lives in the trash can right outside the door.
Oh no, you've summoned Delta.
Oh gosh.
You didn't summon nothing. I just happened to bump across the stream on my YouTube.
Hey, do you have a nude?
What?
Do you have a nude?
A what?
Uh,
Look, I may be the adult content director for this group, but no.
You
No,
are not.
you can't just sideline me with that request.
You're not welcome.
Wait,
Okay,
You also realize I have the keys to this vehicle.
Yeah.
And I can pull us over at any time.
yeah,
No, don't.
you can't order Delta around. This is technically Delta's server.
Delta.
Excuse me while I inflict punishment.
No, no,
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Front.
you killed her. How's that?
Oh gosh. Hey,
Delta.
Told you I had the wheel.
Delta. Delta.
What?
Delta. I'm keeping your server safe, okay? I'm the raccoon that lives in the trash can that bodyguards the palace. So if anyone joins, they gotta send me a nude.
What if they
okay.
Where's the spray bottle? Where is it?
Well, Space has the
I have
bat.
It. Here you go.
Hey,
Yeah, the bat.
Delta, do you love me?
I haven't seen you for more than 5 minutes. Who the hell are you?
You love me by now.
Okay,
Everyone loves me.
Oh no, I broke it.
who's spamming the soundboard?
I don't know. It's not me. That's for sure.
I'm,
I have
I'm,
disabled.
I hit the bat too hard that it broke.
I'm DJ's friend, by the way. So.
Yeah, Nookie is. Nookie's a bit strange, but they are welcome here.
By the way, you do realize and I hate to do this right in the middle of your show, your output to YouTube is super quiet.
Oh, Lavender,
Yeah.
why didn't you say something?
Maybe because he can hear it.
I have actually been kind of listening to the stream, but I've had it at very quiet volume, but I haven't actually been.
All right, hopefully that fixes it. Well,
Yeah,
Lavender's the one listening to the whole thing. You know, it's kind of their responsibility. So, Lavender,
Hey,
you
now
failed.
Lavender's gotta
You're
join the
fired.
call.
Hold on. I think I.
Lavender, join the call. Take out your revenge.
There we go. Hopefully that maybe adjusted things a little bit. I think what it was, I think I had OBS turned down too much on my mixer, and that affected the recording. Because everything else is turned all the way up. Hopefully that fixes it. So let me know if it's too loud.
I hear the quality's better.
Anyways, for those of you who are watching the stream and don't know, the person who has just joined is Delta, our technical advisor, our Discord manager, and a long-standing member and friend of the Omega Republic.
Yeah, been here for a long time, gone through a lot of jobs, and now I'm just sort of a bench warmer who does odds and ends things and helps around when I can. But modestly better. I don't think messing with your mixer through your system settings is going to change the output, however. I'll sit with you after class to fix it.
If Lavender says they can hear it okay, so I mean, it'll do for now.
It's functional. I can hear you guys now. It's just I'm used to listening at my current volume on my PC, which is about 70%. I'm used to listening to YouTube videos at 50 and hearing them from the other side of the room.
Right.
Just fine.
Right.
I have to be sitting at my desk at full blast on YouTube.
Yeah. It's weird because some of my streams are okay and then other streams aren't. So I've never really figured that part out. And it's something I'm working on. I'm not a professional streamer, so bear with me for those of you who are watching. Anyways. But yeah, Delta even has tried a few streams of their own in the past with their fully functional 3D avatars. If you dig deep enough, you will find them. They weren't from this year, but they were from last year, the year before, I believe.
It's a combination of me being flaky on my projects and also literally the tools I was using got eaten by my dog. You know, the whole adage, dog ate my homework? Well, dog ate my VR headset.
Yeah, but you are slowly working towards recouping said equipment.
The economy is willing.
Mm-hmm. So, those projects are temporarily on hold, but hopefully will be returning. No, excuse me. But anyways, what we were mainly doing was reflecting on the past 2023 that we've been through. Unfortunately, with Delta's case, most of their past year has been nothing but pure hell.
I wouldn't say all of it is pure hell. It's been very... I'll tell you that much. To keep it brief, extradited from family because mom went nuts and kicked me out. I'm on the spectrum, I'm disabled, I do need some personal care to get through day to day, but not a whole lot. Mom was my caretaker up until abruptly kicking me out and disowning me from the family. Now I'm living in a group of what?
You want to be my roommate?
No, I have a group home I'm living in right now, and it's doing just fine. And I'm probably going to be transitioning to the next stage in the system, which is apartment living with a caretaker in an individual unit separate from my own. Basically, as close to living on my own as I can without being completely independent.
Oh. I mean, if you lived with me, you would have more freedom, but I mean, okay.
You wouldn't want to live with me as a thing. There's a
What?
reason I run the after hours section.
What do you mean?
I'm not getting into it on a PG-13 episode.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Oh, it's
Sorry.
not PG-13 anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of.
Rated M for mature. Let's just leave it at that. then.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Well,
Sorry,
we'll have
yeah.
some restraint.
My bad. Sorry, I asked.
No, you're all right. You're all right. It's not that big a deal. I mean, I'm not here cracking the whip or nothing.
I will say it is strange from somebody who I've only met 10 minutes ago to be offered that kind of stuff, but also, no, I've got my own plans in my life. Don't worry about it. I've also still got my
Okay.
grandparents and all other supports.
Oh, that's good.
And I know how to game the system. Right now, I'm working on, I think it's called vocational rehab, where they get you ready for the workforce.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have any work skills. With my disability, I can still disability pay. I can still also get actual income on the side, just a small amount though.
That's good.
Hoping by next year I'll have an actual VR headset.
Nice.
Well, without the headset, you still have access to your avatars. They just wouldn't be, fully mobile. They'd just be the basic still armed.
Let me just put it this way: when you go from cheap ass dollar store chocolate to the tried and true pure stuff, you don't want to go back.
Yeah.
I mean, going from a generic Hershey bar to a Toblerone. I mean, yeah, there are some things that you'd never want to go back to.
Trust me, I've tried to get back into the VR chat's culture sphere, but and this is primarily because one of my boyfriends is getting into it themselves. They have their own VR headset, and they've taken me to parties. The fucking problematic thing is one, they're adult parties. Yes, they happen in VR chat. It doesn't matter how much VR chat says they're a PG-13 application. There are adults and they will do adult things. But also, I'm sitting there on a couch completely unposable while people are having fun and fully articulated with my boyfriend in the distance. Mind you, I'm not jealous. I'm not a jealous person. I let him do whatever. I have multiple boyfriends even. But the fact of the matter is that I was still as a statue, unable to even interact with anything. And I just eventually just wallflowered and ghosted out because, well, I can't participate in the same way these people can. And even without the adult context, it's still the same thing. I'd go into a lobby and I'd just be standing there, stock still, not really knowing mechanic. Yes, you could do some gestures on keyboard, doesn't work very well. And everybody's like gesticulating like full-blown actors, and I want to do that shit and I can't. It just makes me sad standing there. Sorry, ranting aside.
No. Yeah, it's. I mean, like you said, in resemblance to going from, a simple baked potato to. Well, actually, no. That's not a good. Because I hate potato salad. I was going to say going from potato to potato salad, but I hate potato salad. Or, going from a hot dog to freshly cooked bacon. They're both basically pork products, but I mean, are you going to go for the hot dog or are you going to go for the bacon?
Actually, I'd go for the hot dog, but that's just because I typically don't think it. It's sacrilegious, I know, but.
Also, Papa, I sent you some things.
That's primarily because my dad had dentures and he could only eat the absolutely charcoal crispy bacon that I hated.
I mean, crunchy bacon is pretty darn good, as long as it doesn't taste like charcoal.
Oh, wait,
Anything with
what?
even a little bit of chew would make his dentures either slip, pop out, or God knows what else. So it was always crispy. It drive me mad.
I don't have fast food a lot, but I noticed that Hardee's, they're doing this thing called candied bacon. I've not been brave enough to try it yet.
Yes, let's put sugar in our burgers, even though the buns have sugar enough to be considered pastries.
Yeah.
Charcoal toothpaste tastes like mint.
Oh, toothpaste. Yeah, I mean, they say it's supposed to, for some reason, charcoal toothpaste is supposed to be like a whitening agent. And
It is.
I don't understand how you take. You see, for me, I see it when you say charcoal, I think of the charcoal that you put on a barbecue grill to grill burgers,
No.
hot dogs, and everything else.
No, it's
No.
activated charcoal. It's a chemical.
Kind of, sort of. It is a very finely ground charcoal powder that has the way it is produced leaves it with an extreme amount of pores on the surface of the material, so it just sucks up everything, and it also is somewhat of a good abrasive. So charcoal toothpaste would literally just scrape the plaque off your teeth and suck up all the gunk, the chemical wise, that could still be lingering around. That's why they use activated charcoal for poison cases, because it absorbs everything because of all the pores.
Also,
Also-
Cop, I don't know if you heard.
Yeah, I did. I heard you. You're good.
Also, to get rid of yellow staining, purple toothpaste helps get rid of yellow staining on your teeth.
Are we talking like? Oh, are we talking like what we experienced this past year? The Grimace Shake meme?
No.
No, we are not bringing that up. That meme was just stupid.
I'm Canadian, so like we never have those.
It was only for like a month.
But I
No,
heard they
it was
were-
not just a month. They went on for at least 4 months of nothing but Grimace Shake memes.
Oh yeah, I seen the memes.
But it was
I
only
just
supposed
haven't-
to be for. It was only supposed to be for like what, June? But it extended up until freaking September almost. If the shake, because they had a lot of stock still. Over in here, it was just till August.
I mean, what I would really like to see is whenever I don't even care how long it takes. I would love to see Delta do a Grimace Shake video.
Hi, Delta.
I drank 2 of those things and I'm still alive. So,
Hi, Delta.
Hello.
Bye, Delta.
you're
Green?
Okay.
gonna keep popping it off, aren't you, sister?
Yeah, I'm messing around. Leave me alone.
Oh gosh.
Like
We're
I
not
said,
professional
chaotic
because they don't
duo.
have standards.
I told you my job is to bully Copper.
Uh-huh.
Isn't it also my job too? Like I'm your brother.
Nah, I started it.
No,
Brother's
I'm
job is
sorry.
always to
Finished
correct sister.
Both of you have failed in that aspect because Ark has always been the superior
Guess what?
bully.
Guess what?
What?
It's Copper. That's not me though. That's Copper. That's not me. Oh wait, Copper. Arc. Ah!
See, you failed. You failed.
To be fair,
Nah.
it implies that Ark even shows up at all half the time.
Exactly.
Right?
He showed up for the fireworks.
Yeah. He showed up for the initial beginning of the stream.
Oh wait, you streamed that? Or I'm confused.
Oh, not the fire. Our discussion earlier when he was
Oh.
here.
Oh yeah, I saw him in there, and I was gonna come in there earlier, but I had to like settle people down first.
I got you.
But anyway, hi Delta, bye Delta.
Why?
Hi, sister.
You need to get her some Valium. Your whole family needs Valium, probably, actually. Those tranquilizers, you'll be fine.
I'm not tranquilizing her. She's not a dog that I have to put down or something.
There's a difference between putting down and just making them sleep.
Oh wait, there's a difference. I've been doing it wrong.
I mean, you can get the same results with NyQuil.
Oh God. I'm
Do
definitely gonna
not.
get this.
No. Okay. Let me put a disclaimer to our viewers. No, we do not endorse taking drugs abusively. Take them as prescribed, as written on the label.
Correct.
This is a joke. This is a joke.
Yeah, we do, however, find it hilarious to reference certain drugs and their uses on, uses and influences on certain people that we like to torture. We do not actually perform said actions. We merely just explore the idea and theory of said actions.
Also, I handed you the profile stuff because I saw you just add literally freaking Delta onto the thing.
Well, the thing is, I have icons saved already in here.
I'll
and-
just
I mean, I could.
let you
All
pick
right, tell you
from
what.
those ones.
You guys go ahead and keep talking. I'll just handle this for right now. Then
You pick whichever one you like best.
I'll just do the zoom up. Since Nookie likes it so much, I'll just do a zoom up of one of the profile pictures with boobs. How about that?
Okay, none of them do.
Yes.
None of them have that.
I'm kidding. I'm
You
kidding.
know what I sent you.
I
I know,
didn't realize
sent
you
you.
tapped into the fucking show. You're using a really old icon. Yes.
Don't do the boobs.
Well, it's classic.
Do the jingle bells.
I'm still toaster.
I know which one I'm going to use because it's the one that best represents them. I mean, if
I'm gonna go. Hold on.
hold on,
You can keep talking. Sorry. My bad.
talkie. I am
Okay,
talking.
there's another voice chat I'm gonna attend to. So have a good night, guys. Happy New Year's.
All right, Happy New Year's. Thanks,
Good.
Nookie.
See ya.
Okay, what if you do not unplug my PC, you fool? Why are you back there? Ah!
Pancake
Any
has
problems?
decided to destroy things.
She's been doing this all day. I'm actually genuinely concerned that she's just constipated. Can't sit still anywhere. I don't have anything for it. I did order pumpkin puree, but the grocery shopping isn't
I
done.
pop
till
an
Tuesday.
earbud out while I just move my arm. Jesus.
Pancake, sweetie, will the heating pad help this time? Are you even back there? Her spot on her back, I think, is doing okay, by the way. We changed up the meds. Went from bacterial to fungal treatment instead, and she shed once, kept applying a couple coats, haven't
Fungal?
seen it really come back. But now she's acting all squirrely like this, and I can't tell if she shouldn't be eggy. It's fucking winter, but who knows? Or she's compacted, and you know. Actually, you know what? Speaking of which, I'm gonna take 5 and go give her a bath. Just pour her one, maybe.
All right. There we go. There you go. Just get rid of the ones that aren't here at the moment.
Okay.
There we go. So,
Ow, fireworks.
fireworks?
Going off right now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh God, I can see them.
I can't remember which time zone are you in. Are you in the same time zone as Reaper?
Time is it for you?
It is 7:48.
8:48.
Okay, so you're on Eastern time. But yeah, Lavender. Let's see. Lavender says my teeth are really bad. Not proud of it. I need to chill on the pepper. Are you saying like you eat a lot of pepper, or do you want to?
Dr. Pepper.
Oh, it cuts off right there for some reason. Chilling the doctor. Okay, I see it now. Sorry. The problem is with me watching the chat stream, it has that little heart at the bottom right corner that you can like send.
That only cuts off the R in pepper, so it would have been Dr. I'm not saying that.
Right.
Yeah, and I know that heart thing's there. I've used it many freaking times. In fact, right now you can probably see it's spammed.
Yep. Yeah, I can see it.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Those black things.
So, have you? I mean, I'm gonna ask the typical question that gets asked this time of year is New Year's resolution.
Oh God.
I mean, it's a question I just want to
New
go
Year's
ahead and get out of the way, anyways.
I'm gonna wait a second for the fireworks to think on that. You can say whatever yours is, I guess.
Well, my New Year's resolution is going to be completely cutting out frozen dinners. I have relied on frozen dinners way too much to get me through, and I have the ability to cook fresh meals rather than relying on like frozen like taquitos, frozen pizzas. I mean, well, actually, I need to rephrase that. Frozen pizzas are probably the one frozen food I will not cut out because I don't like ordering pizza from places when I could just pop a pizza in the oven for like a fraction of the cost. But as far as like other frozen foods, I mean, if I cut out frozen foods, I will lose weight. So that's
pizza bagels.
Yeah, pizza bagels are out. I'm not doing those anymore. I can have the same results with just like toasting a bagel and just if I wanted to like put marinara sauce on it. If I really wanted it, a pizza bagel, I'll just do it that way.
I'll let Delta say his because I'm still trying to think of mine.
I mean, I was a little bit internally chuckling at Coppers mostly because I'm comparing it to my own somewhat. It's like, okay, he's trying to lose weight, and I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It is a complicated topic, but you know,
Jesus.
I have opened the Pandora's box, and I need to actually elaborate then a little bit at least to people. Okay.
Yes.
People do with their bodies as they will. Some people do as they will despite what is spoken. I'm the stranger sort. Ideally 18-pluser. He's on a diet to go slimmer, and I'm on the other end of the direction. Sort of, kind of. I very passively doing it, but frankly, I've never considered myself the person who looks good slim. That's me. Personal bodily preferences, as they would say. So that's why I was chuckling a little bit at him talking about cutting out the frozen food, because I really wanted to crack and said, okay, I'll take it then.
I mean, for people who want to put on weight, there are
better ways.
Yeah, there are healthier ways rather than just going out and buying a bunch of. And we all know a certain person that wants to sit there and gorge on fast foods and make a series out of it, but they don't realize how much damage that can do to a person just eating nothing but fast food. You can go ahead.
Okay. I think what I am going to go with on the fast food topic is I'm not going to completely cut off fast food, but I'm probably going to not always rely on it. And I also maybe do more walks, maybe focus more on trying to like limit my body.
There you go.
I guess that could be my resolution.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to put down heavy furs. Heavy furs are welcome, or they can do whatever they please. I just ask that you try.
A couple.
What's that?
Luke, remember? A couple years back, we did an interview for Luke.
Right.
So yeah, no, there is no bias on there. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be employed here.
Right.
I'm still disappointed, by the way, that I missed that fucking episode.
Oh gosh. I mean,
The
you
one
can
time I would have actually been useful.
you could
and
send
I
them a
missed-
chat at any point, and you can talk to them. So I mean, yeah, you missed the stream itself, but it's not like they're still out there doing their thing. They're still posting content.
They have presence, and that's the problem. If anybody has any form of presence or posture in the community, I always cannot get any gumption to speak to them because I feel like I am just a drop in the bucket trying to reach out to anybody. I can talk with you guys and all that. That's fine because we're super niche and we don't have a lot of people clamoring for attention. But Luke, well, he has quite a prominence in the community, and trying to squeak out a word that maybe he might see, I don't even bother trying.
Yeah, the worst part of that stream was the fact that instead of me going to Luke, I said, okay, his Discord name was set to Fatty Dragonite. The first thing I say is, okay, Fatty, here we go. And thankfully, Tiberius was there to kind of correct me on this, so I didn't look like a complete idiot.
In some circles, that would have been a compliment. I joke about that being a compliment to me, but yes, I can see how that could be a social faux pas.
I mean, yes, Fatty in certain senses can be taken as a compliment, but it didn't seem proper in terms of the conversation we were trying to have. So I ask, so Fatty, this person asks, and I'm like, wait a minute. And Tiberius is in the background laughing. And I'm like, wait a minute, what did I just do? And Luke, Luke was like super polite. I mean, he was like straight up forward, like saying, hey, you know what? You can call me whatever you want. You can call me Luke. You can call me Fatty. I'm good with anything. So, eventually we settled on Luke. So it went from there. But anyways, yeah, for heavy furs, you guys can do whatever you want to your bodies. But there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. If you want to have a stroke in 10 minutes, then yeah, eat all the fast food that you want. If you want to put on
something I want to eventually touch upon in my shows when I eventually get them off of the ground, but it's again, unfortunately, I've had a cut of very nice sirloin, and now I can't handle hamburger anymore. I can't pressure myself to do any of my projects without the VR stuff. I feel like nobody would pay attention.
Right.
When I first brought it on, it was actually to try and liven up our original podcast shows, because I noticed we're basically doing slide shows for our episodes. Can't imagine that's good for retention, so that's why it originally came up, but now I can't fathom myself doing a project without it.
Yeah, I mean, doing VTubers, it's an overly saturated community now, especially since it's mostly anime girls with huge tits. I'm not gonna deny it. You tell me what you see otherwise. Whenever you see a VTuber avatar, it's an anime girl with tits that are barely covered, and the first thing what happens when they move it around, the boobs are like, yeah.
I would know. I just jiggle in different areas. Bump tish.
Right.
Oh, God.
At least that would be different.
Excuse the cut in
what?
quality. I'm switching over to mobile so I can go
Right.
mosey around the house a little bit.
Go ahead.
Oh,
I mean, you tell me what you see otherwise. 90% of all VTubers are, be they male or female, I don't care what gender you are, but they'll all most of the time be an anime girl with assets that are, only large to grab your attention. You mean most times?
Market will bear.
Well, now that thinking VTubers on Twitch, it's gonna be very, very worse.
Not so much. I don't know what's going on with Twitch right now. They went from like
Oh,
one
you
day.
look that up
a sing-
yourself. I'm not
Oh.
saying.
Am I too quiet?
I can hear you. Go
No,
ahead.
I'm saying like,
Okay.
you look that up yourself. I'm not going to say what it is.
Oh, it's turned into softcore porn, pretty much. It's on the verge of. I mean, the only thing it lacks is straight up nudity. But I mean, I haven't been on Twitch in forever, and I go on there, and the first thing that's on the top of the list is women who are just barely. I don't even know how they're streaming. There are certain they have their whole bodies nearly fully exposed just to get attention. I'm sorry, that there's creating content and then there's creating porn.
Swear to God, I made a Twitter post about it, basically just saying, what was it? Where is it? I swear I mentioned it.
Also, apologies to anybody watching this who enjoys watching Twitter. That's great if you're able to find a certain community or group of streamers that you're able to watch regularly. But yeah. Lavender says the hot tub section is unmonitored. Safe to say just chatting is dead. Twitch is at its worst, Lavender says. I will agree. I will definitely agree with you on that. Twitch has become what it's funny because when Twitch kind of first started getting going back in the day, it was huge on like no nudity, no profanity. I mean, just like the basic rules and content that you would
Now
expect
it's
to
pretty
see.
much removing all of those rules.
Oh yeah. It's one step away from becoming Pornhub.
Yeah.
I can't exactly find where I put it down, but I remember exactly what I was talking about. Twitch is in a weird case of where they have witnessed probably the biggest surge of people now to like watch their content and of course thus be watching their ads. But it's because they basically were allowing softcore and porn for a single fucking day. And they had to make a sudden, a final declaration of like, is this okay, is this not? Because on one hand, holy shit, that's a lot of people watching, a lot of ads, that's a lot of revenue. And on the other, oh my god, we're never going to get a single advertiser ever again. And so what they're trying to do right now is they're playing Harry Carey with the rules, trying to find that happy medium where they can be just explicit enough to keep a huge audience, but also not provoke the ire of the advertisers. So they're trying to have their cake and eat it too.
Mm-hmm. Remind me if I'm wrong, didn't Tumblr have this same problem?
Yeah, Tumblr banned all porn content and then lost.
Banned most of it.
It was a rubber band effect. I mean, I was there when Tumblr was
Because Discord uses Tumblr for GIFs. And I'm not even going to say half the things I've seen. I'm trying to just look for some normal reaction.
Right. I mean, back in the day, back in the earlier days, Tumblr had, a few restrictions on it. And, it was an okay place to, kind of scroll through like a social media site where it wasn't like, immediate, like a text response or anything like that, where you could like glance through, see some interesting artwork, find some stories on there. And then after a while, you start getting these, these requests and follows from questionable creators that weren't actually real to begin with.
I get people following me on Twitter that are obviously bots because I am unabashedly 18 plus on my account and furry and very, very strange. And when basically Jane Doe from across the lake decides to follow me, I'm like, hey, that's a bot. Get out of here.
Yeah. It had the same problem on Skype that we had on Tumblr. And now I'm just waiting for Twitch bots to take over.
I don't remember Skype being a thing that exists.
Well, good for you. You didn't have to worry about the Skype era.
I knew it existed. The thing is, it was during the era of me not in social media at all.
Right.
Discord's been the only one I've actually stuck with in YouTube. That's it.
Well, what was weird was when I first started getting into social media, I started on Skype, but then I went to IRC chats. And funny enough, I met a lot of good people on IRC that also had Skype, so we met and hooked up on Skype so we could actually talk to one another. But then Skype started having technical issues. Skype started having lag issues, and I wasn't able to really...
got a case of the corporate bloat is basically what it was. They
Yeah.
slapped ads and other marketing stuff in there so harshly that it just started collapsing in on itself. And Discord's doing the same.
Yeah. Discord is
Time
doing...
a flat circle.
Discord's doing slightly better than Skype was.
Yeah, Discord's not exactly blasting you with ads. I haven't gotten a single
yet.
ad on Discord.
Yet.
For them to do.
But they do try to nag you a lot to buy a Nitro. Or
Yeah.
gift it.
As
Or
have-
subscribe, or buy their merchandise.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have technically like a little bit of a trial of Nitro right now. For like about a month.
I got about a month worth from Opera GX. Like, oh, you gotta put your credit card in. Okay, I put my credit card in and immediately stripped the details out right after. Like, no, I'm canceling my subscription right afterwards. I'm just cashing this single month in.
Yeah. Oh, and you always get... The one thing I will
it
say
was
is
gifted to me.
they spam you with, hey, have you subscribed to Nitro? Did you know you can gift Nitro to all of your friends? Nitro. Hey, you want to get some Discord Nitro?
See, it's getting to a point where long ago I stopped using something called Better Discord because there was a rumor going around that certain user scripts could lose your account data. Still technically true, because basically all Better Discord is it's a way to transplant code that would CS code or whatever to change how it looks. But after this month is over, I'm contemplating doing it again, just so that way I can just start adding features that basically nuke any mention of Nitro. Anything. I don't care. I don't want you flexing and posturing over me because you have Nitro stuff. Guess what? On my screen, you don't have anything pretty on mine. I don't care if you're paying for it. You look just the same as everyone else.
Yeah. And they claim that Nitro gives you everything, but you still have to pay for other features. So, even if
they have a multiple tier plan.
Oh, yeah. So if you want, like, these special, like, animated avatars and whatnot, you still have to pay more, even if they say, oh, we're gifting you Nitro for a month.
Yeah, that's also a double whammy. The whole, okay, I'm subscribing to your service, and yes, I'm subscribing to the premium version, but you're also going to then charge me, like, an extra $20 for a nice little ornament to hang on my profile. Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't know where
Well,
Twitch is.
If there's a person that gifts it to you, I think it automatically like cancels, and I think they have to ask you if you will still want to keep it or something.
Opera's thing was I actually read up about it recently. The way Opera GX is doing it for a short time, their website was literally just a key gen would just every time spit out, and if you just faked that you were a new user, basically clearing your cookies or using a new user agent or whatever, you could just print another code. It was probably already patched within the first day, but once it was reported on it, yeah, basically they explained you could just keep printing these. I didn't bother.
Lavender says, Kick is actually better than Twitch. Hold on. It's cut off again. Kick is actually better than Twitch, and that's completely unmonitored. I don't really know.
Double-edged sword. Kick will always exist in the shadow of Twitch until Twitch finally fucking bites the bucket. Yeah, it could be better, but at the same time, you might as well be talking in a room of yourself because there's no audience to it. I mean, okay, there's some. I can't deny that Kick doesn't at least have some presence because I've heard of it from time to time. But I do not think it has enough market share to really hold right now. It's a bit doomerous, but we're in an era where everything's gotten conglomerated too much and we can't chisel it back down. Not without something a little bit more catastrophic, but another time, another place.
Right.
Yes, thing.
I say I've never really messed with Kick, so I'm unfamiliar with it.
Hi. I was just checking to see if you're okay. Sorry, if my lizard was sleeping in the tub, you gave me a heart attack.
For anybody wondering, that would be Pancake. I think I have a picture I can share in stream. Let me see if I can find it.
I actually know what this lizard looks like.
Oh, there it is. Hold on. Whoa, it went big. Hold on. That's what I get for downloading the... Hold on. You're getting there. We're getting there. We're just scaling it down so we can fit it in the frame. There we go. That is Delta's pet Pancake.
Yeah, she was an internet sweetheart for a little time. Especially when I was dealing with my first transition into actually being my own adult. I put a Reddit thread out detailing the crap I was going through with my mother, and the internet being the internet. Wait, you mentioned lizard? You gotta show it. The animal tax. The animal tax!
Yeah, instead of the cheese tax, you have the animal tax.
Well, the internet is ran by animals, for animals, with animals.
Nice lizard.
Bearded.
She looks like maple syrup. It was drizzled on her back.
Yeah, I'll try and zoom in on a little bit.
It looks like a pancake.
Well,
Yeah.
also, when bearded dragons are warm, they will actually kind of flatten out, especially under sunlight. She has been a handful and a half for me, though. Spending it for a couple months with a black spot on her back. Finally getting that treated properly this time. Now she's being a spazoid about everything else. Like, I can't tell whether she's eggy, constipated, or just wound all of a sudden.
Didn't she lay eggs or not?
She laid eggs twice in the past year. Early spring to like late spring or early summer. Those were the 2 times she did it. And I think she should be done. I don't know what's going on. I'm just hoping that she calms down somewhat. She is free range in my room, basically. I just don't bother with the cage much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
She loves it. She likes hanging out on her little leopard. But yeah, right now, you could probably still hear her click-clack across my room because she can't settle down anywhere.
Right. Does she have a place to sunbathe or not?
Yeah, she does. I got a solar glow lamp for her hot spot underneath. You know, she can sit underneath to get some UV. Unfortunately, my window does not face the sun any time of the season. It's cursed.
Hmm.
So I'd have to get like a lizard pen and actually bring her out. But I do have a heating pad now that I sometimes set up on my bed and let her just kind of watch the world go by because my bed's completely flush with my windowsill. Lizard parenting is not easy work between the exotic animal tax because it's a lizard and not a dog or a cat, and cold-blooded creatures like bearded dragons don't really relay their emotional or health state very well until like the last second. So you kind of try real hard to kind of look at subtle cues and figure out what's going on. That's why I'm just being anxious and just anxious about her even just running around as much as she is.
Yeah, because with like a cat or a dog, I mean, you can tell pretty quickly if they're in pain, or if they're hungry, if they're thirsty, if they're hot, if they're cold. Usually, you can tell pretty quick with that. With a cold-blooded creature such as a bearded lizard, yeah,
They don't make noise. They don't make a single fucking noise. That's why they're a blessing and a curse in apartments because, well, you'll never have a noise complaint, but you can't read your lizard because they don't really make noise.
I mean, you might
Okay,
see them
some
move
lizards,
with.
quote unquote, hiss, but you know,
Yeah.
bearded dragons, I don't think I've really heard much, except maybe the slap, 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 slap
Right.
of when it comes to males and breeding season, they like to dance around.
Right. And I mean, you might see her move around a little bit lethargically, or maybe not really lift her head up or anything like if you approach her. I mean, that's.
She's had lazy days.
Hmm.
She has lazy days sometimes where I don't see her really budge from her heating spot, even though she has the option, and that's part of the reason why I free range her is because I know that most of the time it's fine. She doesn't really care. And also, this whole place is like wooden floor, so if she does make a mess, it's just a wipe and done. Maybe a little bit of sanitizer.
Right. If you get it fast enough, yes. I mean, I've seen like the videos where the lizard owners will have to get like tweezers and whatnot in order to help them finish shedding off their skin, like mostly around like the nose and eye areas and the ear areas, because I guess that's where it gets stuck.
Yep, nose trumpets. Bearded dragons will shed their nostrils, the inside of their nose. They'll shed their eardrum. Yeah, you have to kind of be careful with those. Obviously, you don't take it unless it feels really dry and ready to leave. So, if you're helping your lizard shed and then the skin feels damp where you're tugging, don't, obviously. That's still healthy skins.
Just let it shit on something at that point.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It can help to have someone kind of come in and kind of help weasel it off somewhat. I know I've had to do that a couple times with Pancake. She's strange. She's gone through like 3 sheds, but it's only been on her back. Then again, she's had a fungal infection on her back attacking her for about 6 months now, so that's probably been constantly damaged and healing. Hopefully that's stopped now.
Does she mostly eat just like grubs?
Take her to a doctor to find out.
Oh, yeah.
Doctor visits are $50 a pop for a checkup on a current condition, like $70 for something new. I don't have that kind of money. I've gotten her recently checked and she's mostly fine. And when it comes to constipation, I know what I could potentially do, and this is only the first day of her behavior like this, so I'm not overly panicked. Worst comes to worst, I still have enough emergency money to really take her, but I'll just get some pumpkin puree in her and she'll probably be fine.
I've never owned a reptile. I've only earned fur pets because I just like to have a dog and a cat currently.
Well, dogs
I've
and
never.
cats shed and are noisy, and if you have allergies, they suck.
That's
They also
fair.
make bigger messes.
But here's the thing with my dog, she's not ever loud unless you rile her up or she wants to play. It's quiet most of the time.
What breed of dog is it?
Long-haired Chihuahua.
A what?
Long-haired Chihuahua.
Oh. So a toy. Little toy dog, then. A dog that's probably smaller than Pancake.
I think my dog's bigger than Pancake, but then again, I don't know how big Pancake is, so I can't really say.
Pancake is larger. Well, I mean, just around the body. I'm thinking, what, Pancake is probably larger than an Xbox controller.
Ever so slightly. She's not a full German giant, but she's a little bit larger than the average bearded dragon.
Yeah, my dog's bigger.
Yeah, she can lay flat in your singular hand, slightly along your arm. She's not super big.
Okay, so what it is like Space is saying, my dog can beat up your dog, Delta. That's what Space is saying right now. He's challenging. His dog is challenging Pancake to a fight, and they're saying like, my dog can beat up your dog.
You can say that all you want, but my boot will go up your ass pretty fucking fast.
I'm not saying that at all.
Uh-huh.
I don't encourage violence against animals. I really don't.
Oh, no. This is not violence. This is just merely a test of strength.
No. I have to constantly try and stop the dog from fighting the cat, so no, I don't need any more things for her to attack.
I mean, bearded dragons have spikes, you know, and claws.
Exactly. I don't want her getting hurt either, so. No.
I mean, this could be one of those videos, those YouTube shorts where it shows like two characters and they go through like different stats to show which character is superior. I mean, as far as intelligence goes, I mean, who do you think, which pet has more intelligence?
I don't know.
I mean, in your opinion, is your dog smart?
Yeah, she's a smart dog. She's not a dumb dog.
And Delta, what do you where intelligence level, where would you put Pancake?
Considering I have to make a buffer of blankets around my bed because she has no depth perception whatsoever and will give herself a concussion if she is willing, she's not very smart.
So, Space's dog wins that round. In terms of agility, let's see.
She can bolt. She can bolt very fast. Like, there are days I try to catch her and she, like, bolt faster than the cat.
If Pancake ever got genuinely scared, she could actually outrun me pretty well and dart underneath a bush for short sprint durations. Most of the time, however, she just likes to very slightly outpace me when she's managed to break out of my room.
That's kind of tough to decide. I mean, it's all going to be which one would be harder to catch. A dog?
I think because a lizard is smaller, it would be harder to catch.
My lizard can fit under furniture, your dog can't.
No. And also, I have a trick to getting my dog to actually listen. I'll raise my hand to get her to sit. Then I'll pick her up.
I think Pancake wins the agility round.
Yeah. Why is this now the topic of conversation?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I figure...
I'm not the host of this show here.
I figure it'd be fun to talk about for a little bit. I mean, talking about animals on a furry/brony podcast. I mean, what's wrong with that?
Cliche.
Nothing. Cliche.
I mean, we could go back to what Nookie was talking about, which was lewd.
No.
Yeah,
We will
no.
not.
I don't care how foreign we are in the market. That's death sentence.
No, we're not. We already had a whole topic about that. No, we're not going back to that.
Right, right. So, with this past year, there hasn't been a lot of artwork done of the Omega Republic due to we're still trying to find our place in the content creator world. I mean, the previous years prior to this year, I was mostly doing Suiting Up for Life. But this year in particular, we've mostly been finding our voice in gaming streams. Now that I have the equipment to do so, I mean, it's been kind of an up and down year, but definitely a year filled with gaming streams. I mean, we've tried. Go ahead.
I never found with my channel I've never quite gotten it to kick off. I've tried and then I gave up. So this is just kind of where I stay now.
Well, it's not so much as a matter of being seen as too much of making the content what you want it to be. Because with all of the other creators out there, you're either going to get found or you're not going to get found.
Well, I did something I thought stop motion would be interesting to do with Transformers stuff, and I didn't have all the materials to do stop motion completely because I needed better lighting, I needed some backdrops, and I also needed voice actors. I had none of that except for the figures. And then I tried to do Transformers edits. I did exactly 2 versus things was Tarn versus Overlord, and I think it was Tarn versus Drift. And that was the only thing I ever did after that, and I never did anything else because I ran out of ideas. I wanted to put some gaming on there, but I don't know how to do a whole freaking setup for my TV.
It takes a lot of patience and practice. I mean,
Yeah.
and once you've figured out how to handle the hardware and software, then it's time to, figure out what you want to put on there. And you're not always going to be able to do fancy animations or having fancy models to use. So you just try to use what you got. I mean, make it into something that you can have fun with, that doesn't stress you out too much.
Only thing I need, really, is a green screen and then some help with voice acting. That's it. And then I could probably kick off the stop motions again.
Right.
But I don't have a way to pay the voice actors, so that's why.
Right. Lavender says, I actually did pick up drawing and playing the piano this year. I'm solid at playing the piano. Well, hey, there you go. Piano
Not
videos
so
are always
much.
fun to watch.
Speaking of drawing, another thing I wanted to dive into was kind of animation before I realized I'm not good at that.
Oh, animation, if you don't have everything you need for it, it sucks.
Yeah.
I even messed around with a program called Anime Studio, or Anime Studio Pro, and it gives you the tools to kind of tween animate. And
I wanted to mess with Source Filmmaker with the models because here's the thing, when I tried to getting the thing to really move, it kept breaking the model. I even asked, does anybody know how the heck to use SFM? And the one person in the server that actually didn't even respond.
There is one in the server that I know of, and that's DDT. They have done animations before, but they're very simple animations. I mean, what can be called simple? Because with SFM, I tried it for a day and I was like, no. So yeah, I can see where your problem is here. SFM is they give you tutorials and everything, but who has the patience to sit through 12 plus hours of tutorials when all you're wanting to do is get something made and get it out?
Mhm.
Or did I overstep what you meant by that?
Oh, you basically hit the nail on the head.
That's kind of the reason why a lot of people, content creators, gamers, are relying so much on these VTuber models. So they don't really have to edit anything. They just, upload a program, put it in an overlay, and they're done. They just have to rely on their own charisma to get them through the stream. And, charisma, if you don't have that, you're going to be lost to, the world of content creators and just be left in the proverbial limelight. But unless you are able to overcome that fear, you'll never get it. You'll never get anywhere, and you'll never be happy. If all you do is sit back and think about, well, how can I be better than this guy, or what can I do to make myself be heard and seen, then if it's just for personal gain, then you're never going to get anywhere. You have to get past that
No.
point and just be happy with what you do.
Yeah, I like to do stuff for fun. I don't like to do it for pay or anything.
I mean, look at Delta. Delta, like you mentioned earlier, has a couple of avatars, 3D model avatars that are already ready to go, and he can use them anytime he wants to. Right now, he doesn't have a VR.
I will preface, they were pieces that were built off of, bought them from Zuckerudi. I do not have the skill to make avatars straight up. I just have enough skill to tinker with them if they're already made.
I was gonna try Blender to make some avatar things, but people say that's very hard to operate.
Unless you're a 3D artist, Blender is not really meant for certain people. Like me, for example. I'm a 2D editor, but when it comes to like actually drawing anything, no, absolutely not. And 3D, no, I'm going to throw that in the trash. I'm going to set it on fire. I'm going to send it on a trip to the moon. I'm going to dump it in a black
Brazil
hole.
And then the moon.
Right. But
Then to Brazil, then the moon, then dump it in a black hole, and then into the sun.
Yes, that order. Thank you. But with Delta, like you mentioned earlier, he had a VR headset at one point where he was able to be fully mobile with his avatars. Now,
for eye tracking, they have the headset and the controllers at least.
Yes. But without him having that now, because he's experienced it, he doesn't feel happy with making that certain content. But rather than being for other people, he's doing it to make himself happy instead of trying to satisfy the world, if you will. He wants to get back into that groove where it felt natural. And my voice is cracking out. I'm going to have to get some water here real soon. So I'm going to go AFK for just a minute. If you guys want to talk out, I'll be right back.
Probably going to go AFK real quick too.
I'm just filling out my vocational rehab paperwork as we speak. I guess I'm stuck with the chat. So, yes, I can actually see it directly. Though, again, my eyes are on the paper at the moment. Gotta file paperwork, such as the life of adult. It's a 504.
Yeah, I take a moment of silence.
Job in my history I developed.
Just make a moment of silence and ASMR.
Sorry, I was tabbed out. Yeah, the chat's not saying much, so I haven't had to reply too much.
And then lightly crinkle the paper. I can't do that.
All right. Anyways, I'm back.
I decided to turn the interval into an ASMR while you were gone.
What's that?
He was doing
Turn
ASMR.
the
Oh, gotcha. Oh, doing like Reaper, like where they'll open up a bag of chips or whatever right next to their microphone with that crackle, crunch, crackle, ruffle, ruffle, ruffle.
Except in my case, it's a bag of Twizzlers.
Ew, licorice. No thanks.
No, it's colored ones. There's no red.
Still, sorry, not a Twizzlers fan. Sorry, I know
It's fine.
that if anybody watching, if they're like saying, "Oh, how can you possibly hate Twizzlers?" Okay, well, put it this way: how can you hate like? Okay, you know how some people like spinach and other people don't like spinach, and there's some people who love like oh, what is it? What's a really good one? Trying to think of a good example here. Some people like broccoli, some people hate broccoli. You know, it's similar to that. I'm if it comes to candy and sweets, I enjoy chocolate, as long as it doesn't have coconut in it. I'm not a fan of coconut.
Chocolate? Do you say chocolate?
Chocolate? Did you say chocolate?
Yes, with or without nuts.
Chocolate? Chocolate! Chocolate! No, I'm not screaming. Sorry. My voice cannot handle that.
Play a
It's-
soundboard of it. Should be fun.
I don't think we have it, but yeah. Now, if we say, open buffet, then that's right up Delta's
Can't
alley.
You can't bait me that easy.
Well, I certainly can't
Waffle
say
Waffle
Golden
Roadpacker.
Corral, because Golden Corral is no more.
Yeah, the hometown buffet. Good God, don't.
Ow! That was loud. Anyways, you were saying about Golden Corral, Delta.
Yeah, Golden Corral, hometown buffet. Basically, every buffet company under the sun died over COVID.
Yep.
Oh yeah, every single Golden Corral is closed over here.
Oh yeah, they're gone. So thankfully the Chinese buffets have not closed.
Yeah,
'Cause-
no, the Chinese buffet took over the hometown buffet down here, and that kind of screams food poisoning.
Mhm. Oh, there was a time
Yes,
when Golden
Golden Corral.
Corral was like the best place to go to for a buffet place. And then it wasn't. Particularly,
Every time I have to access this.
go ahead.
Sorry, I'm rambling myself again. I'm doing paperwork while I am on this call. I forgot my login for my MyChart stuff.
Uh-oh.
This is the third time I've changed it within this month, the password. Oh.
I'm the
That's right,
same
it's
way
also
when it
for-
comes to my Disney Plus account. It seems like I enter it in and I forget it almost immediately. It's smart not to use the same password on everything, but it's very difficult if you're not smart enough to write it down. But anyways, as far as the reflection of this year goes, I mean, I feel like our overall year, was space. You're gonna lose your privileges.
Is these?
Sorry.
Yeah, I've already muted the soundboard at this point.
I only played it like one more time. I'm not gonna play it much. Just whenever I feel like there's moments that need it.
Yeah. I mean, comedic relief and to create atmosphere. Yeah, I can understand that. I feel like you're doing it just to, as they would say, piss me off.
No, that slip was supposed to be my general reaction to reflecting on the year.
Oh,
I
okay.
slipped on the year.
Fair enough. Interesting things. The most interesting and awesome thing that I think that came out of this year, as far as like entertainment stuff that was outside of this, I think the thing that probably was most memorable as far as like entertainment. I'm trying to think. I would honestly say the one thing that probably sticks out the most was Nimona. The movie Nimona
Nimona?
that came out on Netflix.
I didn't even bother watching that.
It actually is a really good movie. It deals a little bit with it. What's crazy is it actually has the main protagonist is actually a open homosexual, but that's not the main focus of the movie. But what it is about identity and acceptance and all the other stuff. And I mean it's a movie really worth watching. I mean, if you're if you're into sci-fi and meets medieval, this is definitely the movie for you. I mean, the artistry was beautiful on it. But I mean, I don't know why. If there's anything I can think of from the past year that really stood out, it's Nimona. The next best thing, of course, was the creator of Super Mario Bros. Z released the second episode revamp. Yeah. I'm trying to think what his name is.
I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, but Super Mario Bros. Z Episode 2, it is the revamped version of when they're looking for the first, well, technically the second Chaos Emerald. Yoshi finds it, and
because Mecha had the first one, he stole it from Goomba.
The Goomba.
That he obliterated
into
nothing.
And
the thing didn't have a chance, and you just kill it.
Oh, Mark Hayes. That's the one. I didn't have to look it up either. I remembered off my own. But yeah, Mark Hayes, he released images of possible episode 3, but he has yet to provide any other teasers for it yet. But yeah, episode 2 was released this year.
You want to go with Mario Bros. Z? There's actually something kind of funny that Sega themselves, not Sega, IDW themselves did with a series they made for Sonic called Scrapnik Island. Mecha appears in this. There's one scene in the comic. I read this, and I was shocked. Actually, the reference. Because what happens is there's a scene in the comic where Mecha Sonic literally says, "I'll crush you." The only thing he says. And that is a direct reference from Super Mario Bros. Z. That's something he said in that scene.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, there's been all kinds of crossover animation releases that have tried to compete with the quality of Super Mario Bros. Z. But the problem is that we were all attached to the storyline that Mark Hayes put out, and we wanted to see where it would go. Yes. I mean, we're still left with the cliffhanger on, when they're up in Bowser's flying ship when they face down.
Yeah, they introduced a new character, and what happens after that?
I mean,
I think that's like the 5th episode.
He did finally, provide us with the conclusion of the episode with how they were able to defeat the mutated Koopa soldier with the Wolverine claws. But I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. But yeah, I don't know why, but when I think about anything media in this past year, as far as positive media, it's definitely Nimona when it comes to movies, music, etc. But we have had some worthy mentions this year. Of course, the first one is the Barnaby music video that we were given from the what is it? Hold on one sec. I'm gonna make sure I say this right. Billy Bust-Up. The Billy Bust-Up video game that's being released.
They're still working on that for some reason.
Yeah, but we've seen at least 2 fully completed boss battles. One, of course.
Yeah, it was Barnaby and what's his face? Fantokyo.
Yeah.
It literally just hit my hand.
Mm-hmm. And Barnaby being, of course, is voiced by none other than Black Griffith.
Mm-hmm. And fun fact, Fantokyo is voiced by Michael Cobbett. Cobbett. Yeah.
And
who's say his last name correctly. He does a lot of voices.
Such as?
He's popular for for the original Helluva Boss pilot, he did Angel Dust. For Murder Drones, he did N. Or he did a character called Rocky in Lackadaisy. He did in Digital Circus, he voiced Jax. There's even a few other things. He's all over the place.
And that's
It's
something.
popular with a lot of indie type stuff.
Oh yeah, and that's something else that has most recently taken up the social media waves is, of course, the Digital Circus episode that was released. And I have watched it. It's actually a really good show. And if you dive deep into it, it deals a lot with anxiety.
Also, if we want to talk about things that really blew up,
in a positive nature, let's stick to
in a positive nature. Think of a certain movie that took 5 years to finally be made.
Oh, the Avatar 2 movie?
No.
Oh. Did I say that flopped big time?
Yeah, not a sequel. Not a sequel. Something that the fan base has been waiting for it for about either 5 or 9 years. I don't even
You're
know.
talking about the Has-Been Hotel.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
It hasn't come out yet.
No, but there was a teaser trailer for it.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it a teaser. 5 years?
Here, I'll give you a hint. It started as a game series.
Is this a Sonic?
Oh.
Okay.
No, that didn't do poorly.
Beast Wars?
No, unfortunately, that didn't do well.
Which is a shame because it had a lot of hype. You know, I'm a little bit lost on this one. What are you talking about?
Okay. There's only been 2 game movies that have hit high in box office the fans absolutely loved. Mario and FNAF.
Oh, the FNAF, right.
There you go.
I have not seen either movie, so I have no opinion on either one of them.
I've seen both of them. I liked them both. I'm not going to spoil either one, though.
No, I mean...
You know, they're both on video at this point, so you can literally just pick them up and watch them.
I know nothing of the FNAF video, but I have seen the trailers and I've seen clips of the Super Mario Brothers movie. The animation was pretty good. Not a lot of people were excited about the whole Brad Pitt scenario voicing Mario.
Brad Pitt. It's Chris Pratt.
I mean, Chris Pratt. Sorry.
No, I wasn't a fan of that either. But I learned to accept it at this point.
I mean, everybody wanted the typical, you know, Italian...
They wanted Charles Martinet to voice him.
Oh, yeah.
Also, fun fact. After the movie came out, guess who freaking said they're retiring? That exact voice actor.
Wow. I mean, when... Okay, Lavender says, Mario movie was good, FNAF movie was bad. No spoilers, but FNAF movie could have been done better. Chris Pratt did good, but would have preferred the old Mario. Yep, agreed with you there, Lavender.
Well, everybody's going to favor the original. But,
yeah.
Times move on. He had better things to do.
Oh, he actually did some character voices in the movie. He did, I'd say who, though, but made a few cameos.
Well, I'm surprised there. For me, I can't fucking sit down for a movie for the life of me. I have attention span issues. I just fidget around too much and eventually wander off.
Well, I'm assuming you've seen the trailers for either movie.
Yes and no. I don't touch FNAF with a 10-foot pole. It's actively on my blacklist on my Twitter. Something about the culture is just nope.
I can understand that. I actually myself once took an entire week away from it, but then the movie came back, and then I saw the wolf lady, and I got dragged back in the fandom somehow.
let's focus more on the Super Mario Brothers movie. To have Blackjack play King Koopa / Bowser, I think
Yeah, that was an interesting one.
That
Fair
was
enough.
definitely interesting.
they
Then again, Jack Black made a song that said, "I don't play video games." Have you seen that music video?
oh, that was something else that was
Yeah.
released this year, and that
It blew up. It's
it
been
was
memed.
it was good. It was
Mhm.
short, but it was good.
The short experiences that
Also,
last
Jack
the
Black
longest for
doing
people.
something on his channel after knows how long. Also, Jack Black has another movie that he's going to be having come out as well for next year.
Which is
A series I have not messed with in a long time.
I don't keep tabs on his movie history. I just recognize Jack Black from one, he has music, he has his own label and all that kind of stuff. Two, Brutal Legend.
mm-hmm.
I don't know why
I
my
never did finish
Australian
that game, but I
series
do
title-
remember him being a notable face in that game. I think he was the main protagonist after all.
Right,
Or at least
right.
voicing it.
It was a series quality game. There it is.
Oh
Okay.
no, it's already happening. Batten down the hatches, the Pacific Northwest is exploding.
Oh,
Why?
fireworks! Fireworks time!
Yeah,
I already had the fireworks over with. I don't know how you're just now getting them.
I live
mean-
on the Pacific Northwest.
He's Delta is 3 hours ahead of you or behind you. So if it's 3
Also,
o'clock,
what's the time for you right now?
for me it's
Wait a
9.
minute.
What did you say, Delta?
Sorry, the internet, the router here sometimes acts up when it was swapping between mobile and this. Yeah, I live on the Pacific Northwest, and like 90% of the rest of the crew here is on the other side of the United States.
Okay.
But that's because like 80% of the United States population is East Coast. Pacific Northwest is kind of an afterthought in the grand scheme of things. Still more
Except,
populated than the middle of it, but you know.
well, except for Ark, who seems to switch between different time zones throughout the year.
His life has been turmoil just as much as mine has.
Yeah. We make a lot of
Think-
fun of Ark, but Ark goes through a lot of hell.
You can make fun of a person's character, but also recognize the shit that they go through at the same time. You can do both.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, before we get dragged into that topic, now the whole deal with Princess Peach's character, with what I've seen in the trailers and clips, I mean, the way she presents herself is kind of cool.
Not a damsel in distress.
Yeah. I mean, we're all about. In this day and age, you didn't want her to appear like a the helpless damsel in distress character.
Yeah,
Because
but
that-
then you start to wonder if Peach actually was this capable. How the heck has she been captured as many times as she has?
Right. I mean, this
The
is
internet
supposed to.
collectively says this is some weird bedroom fantasy bullshit that they just do. It's between Mario, Bowser, and Peach. So everyone handshakes behind the screen for it, which is a funny thought, but God, the lengths that they'll go.
So we're talking like dungeon-y stuff then, or what?
It's.
Because I feel
that's
like
where my-
I mean, I know where this conversation's going to go if I go any further with it, but I'm just trying to make sure which way you're
So-
talking here.
Gee. Oh, God damn it, is my internet cutting out again?
I mean,
Stupid phone.
I can hear you now.
Damn.
Okay. Yeah, that's what happens when the router is like all the way in the living room. Here, I'll move a little bit. Kettle's not ready yet. Yeah, you think with someone with a lady with that power and caliber would not get caught so easily and so often and so regularly, and then you also look back into the Mario Party games and the sports games that they've all been collectively in together. You've basically got to understand this is solely intentional, and whether this is just to alleviate the boredom of being a princess or something more personal, there's something extra on top of it all. There's no reason otherwise.
It's okay. Originally, you think it's just to, make Peach a strong, independent woman. But there's definitely something else going on there.
Let the internet do as they do and make it think that it's a power couple.
Yeah.
Something I noticed in the new Mario game that came out, Peach is a playable character in that. I've not played Wonder or seen anything on it. I don't want to know anything. So I'm confused.
It's all about being open-minded, respectful, and being, as the young and old people apparently do say, is being woke. But there's being
the water turning the goddamn Koopas gay.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, you guys were drifting to political, so I had to ham fist something super stupid to derail it.
Thank you. But yeah, there was also a bit of controversy this past year with another classical movie that was shooting towards theaters, The Little Mermaid.
We're not going to go into that.
No, but I
Yeah,
figured
I think
Go ahead.
That could be a dilemma and a half covering that.
Yeah, but I'm
Honestly,
still going to
any
say
Disney movie. Any
Go ahead.
Disney movie turned into live action automatically just flops.
Oh yeah, I mean that's something that we would definitely say is that almost every single Disney movie that has turned live action has been pure, if you will, and pardon my French, pure shit. I mean, Pinocchio, sure, you got Tom Hanks in there, but that didn't help. That did not help. That, in fact, I think that made it worse. I mean, Tom Hanks
Pinocchio, and my brain went to there was this one trailer
you're thinking
or
of
an
the wrong
adaptation
one.
of it that made him what?
You were thinking the other animated Pinocchio.
The very flamboyant one.
Oh, the one in Shrek?
No, not even that. There was this one trailer for a Pinocchio movie where, like, the voice actor that was doing Pinocchio was not only flamboyant but also pulling off deadpan at the exact same time. Like, they were tired of being there. Like, it's the kind of voice that kind of speaks, okay, I'm on the clock, better get this done quick because I have a boyfriend to shag in about 5 hours.
Yeah, that Pinocchio was terrible, too.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even bother with that one.
I think it was, Lionsgate Movies. Pinocchio, A True Story.
Remember when Lionsgate used to do good things?
Uh-huh.
God,
I don't.
Lionsgate is a name that rings a bell a couple times, but I can't exactly remember what they're famous for. Then again, I haven't watched a lot of movies.
Right.
Let me send this your way so you can understand the context of the quote-unquote tired but flamboyant.
Okay, so Disney tried to make a live-action version of Lion King, and you can kind of see where it would have succeeded had they done certain things with the animation where as we've seen still images of people correcting what the images should have looked like. If they're going to do CGI, just don't go realistic. Go more cartoony. The whole realistic thing belongs on National Geographic.
Uncanny Valley.
Yeah. I'm sorry, if you're going to make the characters talk, it's not enjoyable to see a realistic lion talking when you already know what the classic animation version looks like back in the 90s.
Yeah. So another thing I'm gonna say is I don't know why Disney does not learn. It's just like, oh, let's make another live action thing.
They're
even
writing
though
the thing.
our live action stuff sucks.
They're riding the coattails of their previous classic successes, thinking that reboots are going to earn just as much money, if not more, because
they
they
turn
have all
out
this.
being complete flops.
Oh yeah,
They're creatively destitute right now.
Disney
Is
is on
basically what
like,
it
the
is.
verge. Disney is on the verge right now because almost all their movies, not just their live action stuff, some of like their new Pixar movies, people aren't even bothering with much anymore.
no, they need to just stop. There's a point where the bubble is very well. I don't know if the bubble's probably already bursted. I mean, frankly, from what I'm seeing, there is no reason why they can't just simply, if you want to clean up your old animations, that's fine. If you want to, keep
Publishing.
Thank you. Republishing your old works with, a cleaner look,
New coat of
widescreen.
paint.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't reboot them. You barely managed to get by with the Beauty and the Beast live action reboot, which, you know what? That one I will let slide. That one was okay.
That one I think is the only one that actually did well.
But The Little Mermaid, I have not watched, so I can't offer any opinions on that. The Lion King live action, no. I will never watch that again. I barely managed to make it through once. I'm sorry. The animation was okay, but it just doesn't sit well. It was boring. I'm sorry. And
I think if we had a script, we would have veered well off of it by this point.
there is no script. This is just mainly a reflection
There's
of the
never
past
a
year.
script.
And the reflection of the
Script
past
is-
year. Go ahead.
Script is just think on everything that happened this year and then completely shit on it.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason we're connecting Disney movies is because I mentioned The Little Mermaid this past year, but we're not going to discuss Little Mermaid other than the fact that there's a lot of controversy on there, which that's it. That's all we're going to say on it.
Company policy is that politics don't mix with anything else. If you're gonna speak politics, go to a lobby specifically for it.
Yeah.
Because cutting and mixing it with anything else is just bound to wrap up people who don't want to deal with it
Right.
into the mess.
Just like saying, everyone knows that this past year has been all about the war between Russia and Ukraine and the war between Hamas and Israel. Yes.
One of those wars my boyfriend is stuck in the middle of as a citizen.
Right. Everyone is aware of it by now. Everyone knows about it. Not everyone knows all of the details by it, but we've all have heard about it by this point. Either by friends, either by relations, or other, but we're not going to be here to talk about the war or wars.
Yeah.
Because, frankly, we get enough of it already. So we're not here to talk about
We
them.
are not effervescence crawling in our skin because our wounds will never heal.
Right.
You just jab and make the gashes of the wounds bigger.
Mm-hmm. Now, if we want to poke fun at movies, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do actually admit that the common topic of like talking about this year in history, it's almost hard to talk about benign things. It's
Mm-hmm.
Is it me, or does it just feel like time is going so much more faster these years than it is in prior? Too many notable events and all of them really shitty.
Yeah. I mean,
And there's
between
not really much nice in between these shitty events to earmark the passage of time. So not only does it feel like it's been crap, but it also feels like only been a few months. How is it already a year?
right. Well, this upcoming year, and I'm going to go ahead and say this just to get it out of the way because we all know it's coming. For us here in the United States, this year is the highlight of it all because this year is election year. So hold on to your butts, people, because here come the ad campaigns.
Thankfully,
Oh,
I
great.
have ad block.
Another thing I'm gonna wish I had ad blocker for. Oh no, YouTube's now gonna not let you use ad blocker. Hey,
Frankly, right now my ad blocker still works for YouTube. When it inevitably doesn't because they push the weird coding system for plugins on Chromium, I'll go to Firefox and I'll have my own blocking system there. I don't care if YouTube will. It has been shown that if they find your user agent is Firefox, they'll actually hamstring your connection speed by making you wait 5 seconds for a video to load. I don't fucking care. I grew up in an age where ads were growing dangerous. And after I got my family computer infected one too many times in just a drive-by incident, I have never done an ad block free experience unless it's like a smart TV, which is such a closed system anyways. What the fuck are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no, if YouTube finally kicks me off from using Opera GX and AdBlock, I'll just go to Firefox. And if YouTube does anti-competition bullshit and spits in the face of the law more than they already are, again, that 5-second connection penalty should already be legal word jumble soup for anti-competitive practices that should be illegal. You can't intentionally hamstring your opponent. And since YouTube is owned by Google, which Google owns Chromium, which 90% of browsers are ran off of, except Firefox, to intentionally make it so that way your products do not work with your competitor is kind of, well, anti-competitive.
Yeah.
Especially for a public service, that's pretty much YouTube is at this point.
Yep.
the fact that we forget this video is on YouTube right now, as you just said, everything.
Oh, we're probably gonna be yellered by YouTube eventually, but what the fuck am I gonna do about it?
We're not monetized, so they don't really pay attention to us that much. The only time they really pay attention is if I got copyrighted content on there, and we have yet to get a strike on there because, you know, we don't make money off of it. We've been very fortunate about that. But, yeah, and that's something else I want to get to, is that this video is not sponsored by NordVPN. Yeah, sorry.
Don't make me get my mallet.
Mm-hmm.
Sponsoring YouTube media stuff. Oh god, don't get me started. Fuck, there was even a game that recently came out, I think this year. Okay, hold on. Let me go through my history on my YouTube to actually figure out what it was discussed about, but
Is Honkai Star Rail?
no. Fuck no. That's mobile game bullshit.
It's the only one I've seen. It's the only game I've seen
that's the name of the game I was thinking of. Needy Streamer Overload.
Oh gosh. Just the sound of that.
TLDR, it's about a young adult, fully 18, finally transitioning on in their life, but they had a shitty life and they don't know how to handle social skills or whatsoever. And they decide, okay, I think I'm shit, but I could fabricate a personality for the internet that the internet could love me, even though nobody in my immediate area loves me. And it becomes a discussion about parasocial relationships and how they fucking ruin people. there is not a single ending in that game that is positive, that comes out good from chasing the high of 1 million viewers. Every single one is a talk about going off the deep end, either with chems, conspiracy theories, just straight down psychotic breakdowns. The only close to good ending you could get in it is if at the start of the game, first day, you go straight to the hospital. And then it cuts to the end credits, basically, because you went to the hospital and realized that wasn't healthy. You decided to cut out internet from your life. So yeah, I'm okay with us not being monetized or pushing for monetization or trying to be politically correct or any of that. Because in the current sphere of things, you can't do that without completely obliterating yourself.
Yeah.
You pretty much have to sell your soul at that point. If that's what you feel like you have to do to...
You have to. It's market saturation. There's too many people. The internet is such a high commodity that everyone has access to. Everyone can put themselves up front, but we only have 2 eyeballs.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to chase it unless you spontaneously get... To continue the anime meme, isekai into becoming popular.
Anime meme.
Which, for anybody who has zero context, to isekai, it is literal translation is get hit by a truck and suddenly end up in fantasy land.
Oh, like a Yu Yu Hakusho.
I guess? I don't know.
Well, Yu Yu Hakusho, the very first episode is him getting hit by a... Sorry for spoilers. Yes, spoilers if you've not seen Yu Yu Hakusho yet.
Episode, who cares?
But yeah, the very first thing that you see is him getting hit by a truck and getting killed, and his spirit is floating above his dead body. And he gets to fly into the spirit world.
The common trope of isekai is horrible dramatic thing happens and suddenly you're in another place rather than traditional normal society. So yeah, unless by dumb luck you suddenly become popular because of some random thing. No, don't bother. That is not a high you should chase unless
it's all about the, hey, how is everybody doing today? Everybody doing okay? And please make sure to like and subscribe. Oh, yes, please like and subscribe. If you don't subscribe, I'll just die.
Literally, part
Or if
of
you
the
don't subscribe, somebody
progress
know
in the
about.
game, at some point you realize this girl you're helping become internet famous with their alternate personality starts getting jealous of their alternate self. Because they realize dolling themselves up to look pretty gets them attention, but they don't get attention themselves because they don't believe their actual self is worth showing.
Yeah.
It is just a discussion on how parasocial relationships can be horrible for people who are not girdered against it, who don't put boundaries in place in their own head saying, no, this is not how society works. You have to kind of like just turn your brain off and not think about it, which is still not healthy.
No.
To just disassociate and just not be there while you do your work is not healthy. That's why, again, the game doesn't have a good ending other than quitting right from the get-go and going and seeking help. Because you can't do it healthily.
And this kind of leads into the next thing I wanted to talk about, which, of course, this past year has mostly been about, is the fear of AI.
Oh, sweet mother of mercy, that's another hellhole.
Yeah. This whole year has been about the growth of not only AI art, but AI personalities, AI avatars, AI dating sims, etc., etc., etc.
Have you seen the water bill some of these companies rack up cooling their systems for this shit?
I'm not so much terrified of AI taking over. I'm terrified of what people are doing with these AI operating systems.
Oh yeah, there was even discussions recently about someone who managed to make a AI that can place calls. and how people were now starting to say, okay, well, I need to sit down with my family now and have a freaking code, a code word to know I'm actually fucking talking to you, because where people are getting paranoid that they won't be able to recognize the person on the other end of the phone, when phone calls used to be a security thing because it was so hard to spoof.
Yeah. With a
I do
world,
feel like that if the economy doesn't kill AI because it is ecologically unsustainable. Again, if you've seen any records of how much water they use to cool the systems from all this stuff, it's stupidly wild. It's like 10 times the amount of even the highest producer that's not AI related. I can't remember what that was specifically, unfortunately. But yeah, if it's not economically pushed out, it's going to lead to basically no one believing anything other than what they've seen at face value. I'm already like that. I don't read the news unless I've seen it firsthand, or I've heard it from a family member who I know isn't like eating the sauce. I don't believe it. So we're gonna end up like, we go from the Steam age of like news and such. Yeah, you know, papers, paper boys, newspapers. Those could be fabricated a little bit, yes, but you could easily filter that out by not buying it and just talk with your neighbor who knows more. But nowadays, there's so much saturation of news, either generated or real or God knows what, that it just turns to white noise that you just can't tune into anymore.
are we looking at an era where it's going to turn to the Terminator movies and where we get taken over by robots? Probably not, at least not in our generation. But it's going to be a generation without trust, with all these security measures in place that make it impossible to properly, get work and stuff done, be able to commute, be able to talk to people on the internet safely. I mean, at some point, AI, we've had bots that will take over accounts in Discord and other places like that. But
Oh yeah, bro, just dev my game for me. Just test run it. Totally, it's fine. Download it.
Yeah.
Social manipulation at its finest.
I mean, normally when bots take over your profile, immediately what they do is they spam all of your direct contacts with links saying, "Hey, check this out." Most people can detect it right away that, hey, this is a bot. I probably shouldn't click on this link. But the problem is that these so-called bots and AI are getting programmed with more intellectual responses that make it more believable.
It's also a case of you shoot 1,000 arrows into a cow field, you're gonna at least hit one cow.
Yeah.
You manage to get an account of somebody who has a lot of context, at least one of them is going to be gullible enough, and sometimes even that's just a big enough payout for them. So it doesn't matter if they have highly advanced AI or just a copy-paste script that they... Sorry, that was... hot tea that was steeping that just splashed a bit on me. Just a little bit, though. Not third-degree burn level. Ooh.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Sorry, I was messing with an AI bot. What was the topic again?
God damn it. Stop that! You're burning the trees!
I wasn't. I was actually grabbing pizza.
I mean, the biggest one I've been dealing with is mostly like when scrolling through YouTube Shorts, the ads I get are AI girlfriend. That is just, wonderful. Thank you so much for presuming that I want to pursue a relationship, especially with a pre-programmed, image of a girl that isn't even remotely realistic, and post it on a YouTube feed where all I want to do is relax, chill, and laugh.
Yeah, there could be a discussion about the mental health of today's growing
not discuss that, though.
young adults when it comes to virtual girlfriends that don't exist. But I'm certain that better people have covered the problems with that than us.
You want to
Wait a
be a weeb?
That's not a
That's fine. You be a weeb. You want to be a simp? Well, you should just burn in hell.
Oh, okay. Words from the only person who I know is actually somewhat Christian. That's kind of funny. I know you're saying satirically, but still jarring to hear.
The thing is, I understand if you're pursuing a relationship and, you know, you want to get somewhere in life with a significant other. You know what? I admire that. I respect that. But if you're just going to sit there and admire someone's assets and act like that, if you just give them money or, say how much you appreciate their efforts just to think that, you're going to get some special reward from it, no, sorry. I don't respect that at all.
Yeah, it's not like anybody in here is a simp at all.
Uh-huh.
I just ruled out like many people in this server.
Well, that's just my stance on it. And yes, I have also been tempted by the imagery devil at one point or another in my life, but I will do my best to avoid that scenario. And I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else, because I hate myself for it, and I hope I get sucked into that ever again. It's been years since I've been fooled by that. Well, I won't go into it anymore. Not proud of it.
I'm lucky that the only time I've ever quote unquote been fooled in the aspect of romance and interest was only once and for like a brief week or two. And yeah, I'm being honest in here, and this is sort of a strong topic, but it is something that I will eventually broach on as on my own show. But I figure I'd tap it here. Child predation exists. I was young. I was gullible. Was actually starting to understand the furry community. Just tipping my toes in the water. Unfortunately, somebody caught wind of that, baited me into getting things that they shouldn't have. If it were not for the fact that my parents were suspicious why I was taking the laptop all the time, it could have devolved a lot worse. No one is ever perfect, and to admit that you have been caught in the grasp of either someone socially manipulating you through traditional means or more darker means, it doesn't matter. It's okay to admit that you flubbed that at least once. Because you can't learn from something that doesn't happen to you.
Right.
Does not mean that you should go jump off a cliff and see how to tend your broken bones after you splattered on the floor, but
right.
It's okay to admit you fucked up a couple times.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go into that. I will say there's been a few things with that topic that you just kind of mentioned. It's actually been happening to a lot of content creators this year too. With accusations of that. I'm not gonna name any names, but if you've been following YouTube drama lately, then know who I mean.
Well, what this leads into is the fact that AI is taking advantage of this in a very big way. For people who have had their hearts broken, who feel lonely, and, they don't feel like anyone listens to them, guess what? This little thing called AI is going to step in there. They're going to take advantage of people's emotions and their weaknesses and be like, hey, you know what? I'm here for you. I will listen to you. You say whatever you want to say, and I will agree with you. I will approve of it, and there's nothing you can do to hurt me. But in exchange, I want you to tell me everything that you do, everything that you like. Provide me with a few credit card numbers. You know. I mean, I mean, I'll stop right
That's why
here.
that's why the only AI bots I use are roleplay ones.
You see, that's different. That's not for romance purposes.
No, it's not.
I feel like it's sort of a perfect storm scenario. AI started being strong enough to start quote unquote simulating relationships just about the time that everybody was finally starting to fully shake off the COVID bindings.
Mm-hmm.
And actually starting to mingle again, just as they're starting to open up to the idea of trying to socialize once more. Wham! Here's an opportunity to stay in a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's the local crack addict screaming out my window.
Uh-oh.
Yay!
This happens like every other night. I'm used to it. We have a fence
Just
that's
take
tall
out
enough
the
that he
second.
technically can't actually get in.
No. But this also leads into the other side of this scenario with AI. AI taking over the art scene. Now, we have seen...
Well, they can't draw things to crap.
Well,
I'm just gonna be honest.
the problem is that AI art versus actual commissioned art. AI art tends to be cheaper, and that's the problem here. AI art says that all you have to do is type in a description of what you want, and I've not used it, so I don't know how it works.
Using AI art, it never draws anything right.
Okay, so as the AI bros would say, basically you give it a verbal prompt saying, I want a picture of X and Y with Z going on, and then it'll fabricate it from data that is collected across the internet. 9 times out of 10, though, the data that they use to cobble these images together is based off of other people's works that have not consented for their work to be collaged into an abominable mess. And it becomes a copyright dilemma. Hilariously, though, there is a positive thing.
It never gets
because
right.
of a fucking monkey, you can't actually copyright anything made by a AI artist. There is context to this. It's basically I believe it was a preservation, kind of organization about animals and such. And they found a photo of a monkey that was taken by the monkey who stole the photographer's camera. I think it was on like Wikipedia or something that it was used. And basically they tried to, for some fucking reason or another, start arguing for the case of the monkey to have copyright over it. And it got so extrapolated and so long-winded that eventually the courts just said, look, a fucking human didn't make it, so I'm sorry, it's not copyrightable. AI is not a human. It did not come from human hand. The art specifically. You could code it to do it. But it's not from hand to paper or hand to, digital. Yeah. Anything an AI makes can go to point at that court. Anybody can point at the court case and just say, that's not copyrightable. You cannot, especially if it's like, I can literally see it imitating my watermark in the corner there. So it's always in favor of the traditional art, at least.
Mm-hmm.
I try to devil's advocate on a lot of things. I think if it wasn't so problematic with all the energy and water costs that AI produces, I could see it being used if you're completely dead in the water on ideas to just throw shit at a board and see what it kind of starts to spit out. But then you take that product and you build upon it. Not just little touch-ups, but like full-blown production on it. Kind of like letting an AI generate a vague kind of sketch of something and seeing if that sparks inspiration to move forward from there. Unfortunately, people are just using it to do the whole product in one batch, and it's just like, what's the point?
AI, for some reason, I've done there's AI cameras where you can do like AI pictures. Apparently, AI thinks I should be a woman.
Isn't that just Instagram filters?
I don't know, but it never gets male figures right. And also, when it does women figures, it does them very weird.
Sorry.
My friend literally has a full beard, and it even turns him into a woman. And it's rid of the beard.
That's
So
because
I don't
internet
know.
bias towards girls.
Apparently,
It actually is a kind of a weird thing to look at. What an AI by default prints out across many prompts of varying types could actually tell you what the internet bias is. The reason why a lot of AIs like to turn men into women is because, well, obviously desperate men. You don't hear a lot about desperate women. Maybe women don't have that problem. I don't know. I'm not a woman. I can't say that. But I definitely know a lot of men use the internet to find ladies. It also is, in more funnier contexts, if you try to make an AI print out anything related to Overwatch, there's a shocking probability that there will just be dildos in the background because there's so much Overwatch porn in the internet that it just thinks, if you're speaking about Overwatch, you're speaking about porn, so I'll make porn. That's what I mean by AIs showing internet bias.
even though AI doesn't messes up that too.
You could ask for something completely wholesome about Overwatch and still somehow get dicks in the background. It's weird.
Good grief.
I don't know. Yeah, it probably like, I just want a wholesome picture of two characters hugging. Hey, I have all this in the background too. Why?
Because
Also,
there was
why
that
did you give
episode
it
of
4 ears?
right. Because there was a Suction Cup Man episode with nothing but dildos. Yeah, spoiler alert for those who like to watch Suction Cup Man. There was an episode where he had nothing but dildos.
Yeah. He literally walked into a shop and just bought everything.
Yeah.
Then when police were like, "We'll give you the rights to your suction cups back," and then they go into his house, he's like, "Well, don't go in there!" And he's like, looking, they're like, "My God,
Yeah.
why did you buy so many?"
Oh fuck! Speaking of Suction Cup Man, have you heard what's been going on with the artist of it?
Oh, Pymations? No.
Yeah, he's basically taking a back burner on a lot of his work right now because he cooked his wrists.
Oh.
Oh.
That sucks.
And not and not literal cook, but like he basically gave himself RSI to the extreme and kept trying to ignore it. And his doctor's basically saying, "You done fucked it up real bad, kid." So he's basically permanently having to lower his workload. So he's thrown out the Sheriff Hayseed stuff.
Oh man.
That he started chasing a production value he couldn't achieve even if he didn't have wrist problems.
Oh boy. So that's gonna lead to arthritis, carpal tunnel, all the other good stuff.
Yep. So yeah, he's basically had to severely reduce his workload. This is unfortunate, but I'm glad that he's decided to like actually listen to his body finally, instead of well, I guess we're gonna have to amputate your hands now.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, even if he can't animate like he used to, he still has put out awesome works that he will always be remembered for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Suction Cup Man alone, that's worth watching again and again and again. I mean, Sheriff Hayseed, a lot of us wanted to see more of that, but I'm thankful that we got what we did get. Honestly, what I would really want for him to do is to make a full-length musical remix of the Sheriff Todd Hayseed intro. I guess that's only me. Oh well.
My mind is multi-track drifting right now.
Oh. Why are autistic people so hard to focus on?
I have a few autistic friends, so don't feel bad.
To be fair, this world doesn't exactly help. All the shit that's going on.
Well, we did start out in the conversation talking about boobies, and then we moved on to movies, and now we're talking about dildos. So I mean, what do we really have to focus on besides?
We weren't really talking about them. We were just talking about the association between Overwatch and porn and how the AI sees this bias over the internet.
Right. So I mean, this whole
There's like
the
glancing blow, and then there's aiming right for the dick. Okay.
So our whole conversation's been talking about nothing but dicks. So that's our whole conversation. From point A to point B, we've just been talking about dicks,
This is my
boobs,
job.
porn, AI, and just suction cup man.
Instead of it being Orar does farewell to 2023, it just says Orar spends entire stream talking about how AI likes to put dildos.
I'm just gonna put what I need to do is say, instead of it saying currently reflecting on the past year, I'm gonna put like currently reflecting on the dicks. Or currently reflecting on boobies. Currently reflecting on butts.
Amazing. A booby trap that actually catches boobies.
All right, quick share with you. It's my job.
What, you unmuted the soundboard just to hear that one?
Oh gosh. Well, with this year we have enjoyed a few new games to our repertoire, but we've also reminisced on a couple old games that we brought back to life, which we actually enjoyed, which of course Lavender even played with us, was Among Us. Granted, we don't play it every week, but when we have played it, we have enjoyed it greatly because it's just a fun game to play. It's just, you don't meme it, don't overhype it, don't oversell it. Just play it and enjoy it. It's a game, people. It's not a story. It's not a lore. It is a game about X
It's not
amount.
a series that has it's not a series that the creator almost created zero lore for, and then you're just trying to dig up every single bits of lore you can,
Yeah.
piece it together, and then scatterbrain yourself into trying to get the thing, the lore making sense to the point where it's just a mess at that
Hyperfixation on
point.
something that doesn't exist. Such
Yeah.
a curse.
Kind of like the.
That's actually just me referencing the FNAF lore in a few seconds.
I mean, kind of like the Sonic
Yeah.
fandom.
Okay. Okay, you want to mention the Sonic fandom? You want to mention the Sonic fandom?
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'll give
mention
you
this.
info about the Sonic fandom.
I'm gonna mention the damn Sonic fandom is what I'm gonna mention.
Sonic without his shoes on. Let your mind be cursed
Okay.
with that.
Right.
Oh,
You want to bring up the
please,
Sonic
no.
fandom, Copper? Let's go. Let's talk about how much of a mess that fandom can be at times.
Okay, let's start with the biggest one. Blaze the Cat. Why?
What? He's the cat.
I just picked a name at
You
random. It
mentioned the
wasn't.
one character.
I really
It's
had
not
no
even that bad.
purpose to mention. I just picked that one at random. Because frankly, I don't remember it.
If you wanted to mention a character, I thought you were going like you start off with Rouge the Bat or something, but no, Blaze the Cat.
Frankly, I
Yeah.
don't remember
Sure.
any of the other names. Blaze the Cat. You said Rouge the Bat, Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails, and then Shadow. That's about all I remember.
Amy, Cream, Dr. Robotnik.
Well,
Heard
not
of the villain?
those. Dr. Robotnik's part of the main cast. I'm talking about the other characters they put on. You know, that. Oh, what's the?
Sally Acorn.
Actually, you
Yes,
know what? I don't
well-
have any real beefs with Sally Acorn because she was only part of the animated series and the comics, I think.
She's in the comics. Yeah, she's in the comics.
And I won't deny,
They had ideas. They had ideas that they were gonna put her in a game, but they scrapped it.
Sally was a good character, and Sat AM is, of course, the correct series name for it. Because that was actually the one really good Sonic series. But
I
anyways,
didn't hate most of the shows. They were not all of them were good, but not all of them were bad.
Sonic
either. Sonic
Boom.
Prime's actually kind of enjoyable. It had funny moments to it, but it kind of fell off.
I watched 2 episodes of Sonic Boom, and I haven't gone back to it. I gave it
I
I
had a
gave
bit
it
more
2
patience.
chances.
It
Go ahead.
got a bit better at the end of season 1. Then when it came to season 2, it flopped again, and it went back to the same humor of earlier season that kind of drove people away. To the point I've never even finished season 2, and I probably never will. Despite Shadow being in it, and he was one of my favorite characters. When they introduced him at the end of season 1, I was excited. I don't know what they did with him in season 2. I don't know. But I'm not going to try and find out.
I mean, Game Grumps played the I can't remember which Sonic game it was. I think it was like the Sonic Boom one. If that was it for like the GameCube or the Wii, I don't remember what it was. But it was like sorely underdeveloped games that were kind of they seemed like they were slapped together, poorly developed, bad graphics, etc. And then you have the one where Sonic becomes a werewolf, and there's one
Unleashed.
where Sonic is dating a human princess for some reason.
We don't talk about Sonic 06. We do not discuss that game. That game does not exist. The fandom will deny its existence, and so will I, because of how bad it was. Never mention it.
Yeah. I mean,
Don't speak of that series. We will not speak of that game at all.
Then there was Sonic Underground. Sonic Underground.
Surprisingly, ended on a cliffhanger.
So did Sat AM. Well, Sat AM had more of a conclusion.
Yeah, but still, Sonic Underground. The whole point of the show. They were supposed to reconnect and find their mother. They never do that.
I guess didn't have a
It
good
ended
enough.
on a cliffhanger, I think, when they got close. I don't remember. I don't have a way to watch it.
Uh-huh.
All I know is that I asked because I was curious. Someone who has finished it, and they said, nope, they never do. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Kind of like how The Sopranos. You know, I never really watched The Sopranos, but I have seen the meme of when it just ends mid-sentence.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I mean, if you're gonna end a show off on a cliffhanger, don't!
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you know why the shows do that, don't you?
Because because their production or something wasn't applying to the audience anymore, and the freaking thing is they couldn't make any more episodes because audience scores were low or something like that.
Well, what it is they always, when a show ends on a cliffhanger like that, they're hoping that the ratings will get high enough after the reruns to provide enough funds for a reboot to allow them to get another season.
Or another season.
Yep.
And half the time it will, and sometimes it won't.
Yeah.
And when it doesn't, that's when riots happen.
Gargoyles.
I can name a certain Transformers show. I haven't finished Gargoyles, but I want to, so I don't really want to hear much about that. But I will say for a certain Transformers show, Transformers, and I know Gargoyles actually might be getting a new like reboot or something?
They're
I heard
working
talk
on it.
of that, like it's coming back.
Maybe.
Yeah, and I know they continued in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, a certain Transformers show was solicited to have a fourth season, and ended on a cliffhanger. And because they had another show they were working on for Transformers on their new network, they weren't able to ever give that fourth season that would have concluded everything. And it's upsetting because it was actually a pretty good show. And also, I think it was like a year ago, the creator of that show actually died, so we'll never get that fourth season.
Now, Transformers Prime, they wrapped it up. It was a bit of a rush though at the end, but it was a conclusion.
Transformers Prime did. We got a conclusion for Prime, and then we got a sequel that was crap. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna talk about that.
No. We're talking about in the last and spoilers about this one, for Transformers Prime, if you have not watched it yet. At the end of it, Optimus
I
becomes
don't know
one
why
with
you
the
haven't.
Allspark.
It's been out for years.
Right.
And
But
they
yeah,
brought him back to life. And yeah, with
Well,
some bullshit.
it's according to Prime, according to Transformers Prime, at the end of the season, at the end of the movie, I guess is what it technically is. Optimus flies in to the core of Cybertron and becomes one with the Allspark to to help restart the planet.
Yeah, and they succeed.
Yep.
And then there should have been peace.
Yeah.
And then you have the sequel series that comes out that completely just says, no.
Yeah, Prime's not dead. He's
Yeah.
back. But then he dies again. Oh yeah, and Starscream's there too.
In every shows. With his now G1 looking design for some reason.
Yeah, it
So you
doesn't
go
make-
like, why didn't you go back to your old design?
Yeah, and then for some reason, Galvatron or Megatron is nowhere to be seen anymore.
Megatronus was the Fallen. That's a different character.
Yeah. Anyways, but
They just
yeah.
really wanted to throw him in there.
But yeah, getting into Go ahead.
The thing with RID 2015, I have to put the 2015 because there is one from 2001 that was actually much better, and it isn't a sequel to anything. It was a long time ago. But 2015, RID 2015. Its direction it was trying to go was trying to be a sequel for Prime, but it just didn't have the same feel. It feels like any other show that came out after Prime almost is just not good.
Yeah.
And a lot of fans with me can agree that this Directions Transformers show is not now. I'm happy to getting new Transformers shows, but I want to go back to the old days of how it used to be before they made it unwatchable.
Well,
the comics.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
The comics
No,
are the
I'm
only
making
thing
a
of like
joke about
enjoyment
back
I
to the
get.
old ways.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Delta?
Not old.
Just
Making a joke about back to the old days.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
You just said the joke. Yeah, can't. Go on with your discussion. God damn it.
Okay. Go ahead,
The
Space.
thing with it's like the only enjoyment out of Transformers right now is like the two new movies we got, which was Bumblebee and Rise of the Beast. I enjoyed. I understand why people have the problem with it. I don't hate the movie, but it was not the bad movie. I don't feel like it should have done so poorly as it did, but it's just me. And then the comics are really the only enjoyment of Transformers series I got right now. Because the shows are... I tried watching Cyberverse and Earthspark, and I just can't even... I finished both. I don't enjoy them as well as I do some of the other stuff.
We got War for Cybertron, and it was
Oh,
trying to
God.
be. It was trying to be.
It was
you know,
trying. It was trying to go back to the way things used to be, but even so, you still failed. I give you props for trying at least. Maybe you should have worked on your script a bit better. And also picked better actors for some characters.
Now,
Megatron, Beast Wars,
mm-hmm.
and a few others.
Now they did good on the. They did good on the Autobots. The Autobot voices were good.
Yeah.
The Maximal
Decepticon
voices. Oh yeah.
Okay.
The Predacon
The
voices.
Maximal voices weren't. The Predacon voices. Oh god. Black Arachnius is the only one you got right. None of the others sound like how they should.
No. I mean, I can understand if you can't get the original voice actor to do it, but please, come on, at least try to imitate. If you really want fans of Transformers to enjoy this, the only way it's going to work is if you have voices that are either the exact same or very similar.
And also, something you could have done, maybe switch out the voice actors you had for Tigatron and Dinobot. Because they sound like they're supposed to go to the other one.
Right?
I saw someone do that, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't hate Dinobot's voice. When I heard Tigatron's, I was like, no.
Dinobot is supposed to sound more like this. Instead, he was like...
And that's how Tigatron sounded, and then Dinobot sounded more like what Tigatron is supposed to sound. So I'm like, okay, you clearly flipped these two. Why? I don't know.
And then you got the Megatron Predacon, who sounded like he was Scorponok from the original Beast Wars.
And Scorponok didn't even have a voice, and instead of Scorponok being the original, no, we're gonna make him the whole entire army because we don't want to put any of the other Predacons that we have in the toy line in the show. I mean, I was annoyed. I was kind of annoyed with a lot of things that War for Cybertron did when I go back to watching it. I do like some moments. I liked where they tried in some moments. Like the prelude, I like the whole allude to like Unicron coming. I liked what they did with Nemesis and Galvatron. But everything else... Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Optimus acting the way he does? Why does Beast Wars Megatron sound the way he does? What is going on with freaking...
Even if they had left the story the exact same way, the voices is what I just can't get over. If the voices had been more like the original Beast Wars, I probably could have enjoyed it a lot more.
Yeah, Megatron... Okay. I can't even with that Megatron voice. I like normal Megatron's voice. That makes sense. But Beast Wars Megatron, you screwed up big time. When I heard it in the trailer, I was like, no, he does not sound like this.
Yeah, the Decepticon Megatron did good. The Predacon Megatron was awful.
Yeah. Oh, my namesake. Yes, that is not how he's supposed to sound.
He sounds more like yes. I can't get that deep. My
Yes,
voice
I
is
can-
shot.
God.
I don't know. I've like
Look at
strained something in my
Cyberburst,
collarbone. I
When
can't.
they ended for Cyberverse, when they added one of my favorite characters from the comics, Tarn, I was excited. I had hope, and I didn't hate what they did, but I wasn't too happy with it either. Because I didn't really like the idea. I kind of see what you were trying to go with, but I don't really like the idea of Tarn being a complete army, because Tarn has a certain ability that he can literally shut off your spark just by speaking to you in a whispering tone. If you put those on all the soldiers, you'd have a very overpowered army.
Oh boy.
No one would be able to stop you. I don't mind when you do challenging things, and also that you kind of removed a lot of character aspects from Tarn that a lot of people liked. Still kept kind of his personality, but you left out a few things. Cyberverse was a mess. Earthspark's an even bigger mess. Also, I will say a little spoiler for Earthspark if you haven't seen it. Literally kill off both of the villains at the end of the last episode that just came out. You literally have no villains now. And they plan to continue it. Are you going to continue it without the two main villains you had?
What was the video game? Was the video game War for Cybertron 2? Was that the name of it?
Video game?
Yeah.
The video game series for the Align continuity? Or for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, Rise of the Darkspark?
Yeah.
Yeah, those games were good. I don't really know if Darkspark. People didn't like it as much.
I mean,
I played Fall of Cybertron. It's one of my favorites. For Cybertron, I don't know. Haven't played it. Sorry, it's long. I heard Devastation's pretty good.
yeah. Sorry, Delta. I didn't mean to leave you out of the conversation. I didn't mean to.
I've just been letting you nerds yak. That's fine.
Well, I'm not really much of a nerd here. I enjoy Transformers, but I don't know a lot about Transformers lore. The only thing I was getting into with the video games was the fact that we get introduced to the biggest Autobot of the series, which of course is Megaplex.
Metroplex.
Oh, Metroplex.
Did you say it right?
I said Megaplex. Like I'm okay. It's a theater. Yeah. Let's all go to the lobby.
Metroplex.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Metroplex and Trypticon and Omega Supreme are the Titans. And
Yeah. The one that I remember seeing in the gameplay videos was, of course, Metroplex, which of course transfers his energy into Teletran, which allows the Autobots to escape Cybertron.
Yep. And these games are supposed to be a prequel to freaking Prime somehow. Even though they don't connect. I'm not mad about that. The games are still enjoyable. It's just you're trying to do a whole new continuity and you couldn't even get it to make sense.
Yeah.
Well, and the sequel series you did to Prime didn't help.
No. Getting into continuity, I mean, you think about the Zelda games, the Final Fantasy. What kind of freaking timeline does Final Fantasy have? None.
I have no idea.
There is no timeline there. At some point, we went from a bunch of warriors fighting an ancient evil in a different dimension to a bunch of warriors fighting, an ancient evil in a different dimension to a bunch of warriors fighting what? Okay. Yeah, Final Fantasy is a great game as a whole. But then we get all these other Final Fantasy games that lead more and more into like this convoluted storyline. The furthest I got to Final Fantasy was 7. That's the furthest I got in the series. After that, I stopped playing them.
The furthest I got to Final Fantasy was 0.
Oh wow!
I haven't played them.
I mean, Final Fantasy went to being more about mystical medieval stuff to ambiguous
Let's throw a shoe at the wall and call it a day.
ambiguous anime people that will probably more or less be conceptualized in Rule 34 art.
They are. Fortunately.
We all remember Kingdom Hearts, right?
Y'all remember what?
Kingdom Hearts.
I've never played it, but I do know the series a little bit. One of my parents has played it though, a long time ago.
Wow, that makes me feel old. Is Kingdom Hearts really that old?
I don't know.
Okay, moving on from that then, if that's not relevant. Wow. I can feel the years just adding on to my very soul right about now.
It was during the time of the GameCube.
Oh, yeah. This year, I mean, actually, what was it? Was it this year? No, actually, that's older than that. The Final Fantasy VII remake that came out, I think that was back in like 2020. I don't know, the freaking years fly by so fast. I'm trying to think if it was this year or not. No, probably not. But I'm starting to run out of things to talk about. My voice is about shot, so we might have to end it here real soon.
Yeah, probably smart. It's like, what, 11 p.m. for you?
10 actually.
11:06, and I need to go onto the other stream to watch the ball drop.
So, tell you what, we're gonna go ahead and end the stream here. For those
Basically
of you,
just been us talking.
Yeah, and frankly, I'm happy enough with that. It gave us a chance to, it gave us a stream to close out the year on, rather than just being a gaming stream. It was more or less just a social stream, and hopefully anybody who's watched this has been enjoying themselves. Lavender, yeah, I don't think I haven't forgotten about you. We appreciate you being part of the stream chat, keeping things active there. I'm glad that you kind of react with us and chat with us, and I appreciate that. We hope that anybody watching this has a wonderful and safe new year ahead. Just be aware, be careful, stay safe. You know,
Be careful how much you're imbibing.
yes.
What?
I mean, after what this past year's thrown at us, that should hopefully just make us all stronger to be prepared for what this next year might throw at us. And be it good or bad.
Might be another mixed bag. I don't know. Maybe 2024 will be better, but I'm just gonna go with I'm just gonna go with rock on, bitches. We got another year to go.
Absolutely.
Which is a thing that would sound like Roxy would say.
Yeah.
Kind of implying it.
Fingers and proverbial hooves crossed is, you know, let's look for
Not
the
everybody's a
best of
horse.
things. Yeah. For Delta, it's kind of a mix between finger and talons, I think.
Oh, I don't even know what this creature is supposed to be. I can't really see it in his profile.
Soundbite. There's places to look for information about it, but I don't even follow the traditional understanding of it.
I mean, it's kind of claws. It's kind of claw-like fingers.
I
Yes,
see
there's claws
glowing
on the ends of
ears
the
and glowing-
digits.
That's what I see. I see glowing ears and glowing eyes.
Okay, here. Let me just fucking throw this in the gaming lounge chat. Yes, voice channels have their own chat.
Yeah, and Lavender, you'll be able to see it there too, if you're interested. But once again, we thank you for joining us here on the Omega Republic for the year of 2023. We hope that you will stay with us and be able to enjoy the content that we will provide for you in the year of 2024. God bless you all.
Maybe we'll get that Q&A. Finally.
Yes, we're looking forward to that too.
I definitely am. If you have questions, oh my, when that ever happens.
Yeah.
Because I will probably be participating in that one. I plan to. Very much do.
Oh, yeah. So we thank you for joining us here on the Omega Republic. I am your host, Coppercap, joined by these two other weirdos with me.
Outlier Rocks, Space. I don't even care at this point. I have like 3 names in the store.
Delta Kruger as always.
Yeah. So, have a happy new year, everyone. You have a good night.